And hello, everybody. Welcome to Marvelous Mother Tuckers Monday. I know your screen looks a little different. It's going to be a little different here tonight. It might be a little slower because I'm going it alone tonight. Those of you that know Garden Guy Bill, you know that he lives, of course, in the woods up near the state game lands of northern New Jersey. Well, if you guys live in the Northeast, you know that we have had major winds the past 2 days. Well, this time, Bill didn't lose power. He lost internet. So, fingers crossed if his internet gets booted up and gets going again, although it looks like their estimated time to have it done is going to be around 11. If it gets up while we're live, he's going to jump in with us. So, with that said, tonight's sale is going to be a little bit different. It actually might be a little bit faster, but we're still going to handle it the same exact way. So, hopefully everybody had a great weekend. It was, I don't know, forward, skip forward, jump forward. We did lose an hour this weekend. I know I'm feeling it. I know a lot of my friends have said they're feeling it too. So hopefully we can get the sale over a little early tonight so that you guys could go to bed and rest. So, but again, I hope you guys had a really fun weekend. Again, welcome. Those of you just joining us, Bill might hop in. He did want me to let everybody know that anything that he previewed, he will be moving to Friday's sale. So before I go over how the sale is going to work and, of course, say our hellos, I might as well go over some upcoming sales this week. Of course, you know we have the wonderful, fantastic finds on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern here on my channel with Amy, Enamored Amy. Please also make sure you subscribe to her channel because she is doing a all handmade this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on her channel. So please make sure you are following her. If you're not following Garden Guy Bill, please make sure you are subscribed to him as well. But then this Friday, the Valentinos will be over here on YouTube. We will be starting at 8 p.m. here on my channel. So anything that you guys saw in Bill's preview, he might move a few things around, but he has left me know that for the most part, those items will be offered on Friday with the Valentinos. And if you aren't familiar who they are, of course, it is Bill and myself. And then, of course, it's John of Everyday Holiday Displays. And it's also Brian of Mid-Century Mister. So if you guys are Instagrammers, please give them a follow. They would greatly appreciate all of the follows. Also, stick around till the end of the sale because I have a little announcement to make about this Sunday. I and Tina will be participating in something this Sunday. So please stick around to the end and I will give you some more details about that. So without further ado, we're going to jump into it. We're going to say hello to everybody that's here. And then I'm going to quickly go over how the sale is going to work. And I have 15 rounds tonight. So usually when me and Bill work together, we both bring 15 rounds. So that's all I'll have. But if we're cooking and it's going, maybe we'll do like a pool something or you guys can give me an idea. But with that said, hello, everybody. Hello, Shannon. It's so good to see you here tonight. Welcome in. Welcome to Mother Tuckers. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If anybody's watching this in a replay, every little subscription helps us grow our small business. How are you, Terry? It's so good to see you. Welcome in tonight. There she is, our official mod and bid ender for the evening, the very lovely Karen G. Please familiarize yourself with her little avatar, that Daisy. She will be the one closing out all of our auctions tonight with a bid end. So she's going to be the lag that you're going to want to learn. So I do know that we have Kim Desert Gal here in the chat. She will be our backup mod and bid ender. Amy, if she sticks around, Amy always helps a lot. Thank you, Amy. And we also have Tina here in the chat. So we have a lot of folks that can help answer questions. God forbid I miss it, because usually Bill and Amy are the ones that are eagle eye on the chat and help me. So hello, Karen Kennedy, meow, meow. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well tonight. It's good to see you. You changed your avatar back on me now. Now you're back to your pink outfit. How are you, Dawny girl? It's so good to see you here tonight. There is our friend Brian from the New England area. It's so good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're doing well. I think you partook in some of that wind as well. Hopefully you are safe. I'm a snapping all by myself, and I don't care because it is my man Gavin of Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. Please give this gentleman a follow. He is cooking. He's cooking the airwaves on the tube with music, on vinyl, on a turntable, and he spotlights other resellers here on YouTube. So Karen, if you could put his link in the chat, we'd love to share and get some more subscribers to everybody. So please make sure you are subscribed to Gavin. He's also the other half of the Gillette. So, and the Gillettes do so much for this community. I don't think we could ever repay them. So please consider giving them a follow. How are you, Deborah Williams? Good to see you here tonight. Hopefully you are doing well. There she is, my vintage sister, the one, the only Enamored Amy. Amy, please put your link in the chat. Please, please, if you are not, I'm sure you are, because if you made it to my channel, you definitely are. But in the off chance that you aren't, subscribe to Enamored Amy. Hit that notification bell so you know when she goes live, okay? She is doing live sales on Thursdays at 8 p.m. now. So hello, Linda Hellman, a.k.a. my mother. It's good to see you. I love you, Mom. Hopefully you are doing well. Let's see who else is in here with us tonight. Welcome in, everybody. There she is, Karen Lord. So good to see you. We have the very lovely Collector at Heart. It's so good to see you here tonight. Checking in from the Garden State, Steel Whisper. Good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well, because I know you had some of the wind too. It was almost like a nor'easter without any of the rain or any of the snow. It was just horrible. Perla, it's good to see you. If you guys are not subscribed to her channel, it is the same name. Please give her a channel. She puts out content. There is the other half of Mother Tuckers, Tina. So good to see you. We got Bugs here in the chat checking in. How are you, Bugs? It is so good to see you. Hello, Melissa Black. How are you? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I feel like they have to stop this time change. Honest to God, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but they keep teasing us that we're not going to do it anymore. I personally would be all right if they just stopped. How are you, Laura? It's so good to see you. I just had dinner before we went live. I am so happy to see Peppermint Patty, because if I had one, I would be partaking in one. Liz, it's so good to see you. Liz, I hope you and the mister are feeling better. We've been thinking about you, and hopefully you can reschedule your trip up here to Pennsylvania. Hopefully you are feeling good. There she is, Chris, my broom closet. It's so good to see you, checking in all the way from Colorado. I hope you're doing well. Often think about you. Please take care, friend. How are you, Sandy? It is so good to see you. I probably will duplicate a couple tonight, seeing that I'm left all by my lonesome. So keep on scrolling here. There she is, the one, the only Debbie Gutierrez. So good to see you, Debbie. Hopefully you're doing well. It's always good to see you guys. Welcome in. If you are just joining us, Bill has no internet. He can't even do a hotspot where he lives. So if he gets it back, he'll be joining us. How are you, Lisa? It's so good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. How are you, Becky? It is so good to see you guys. If you are not following Vintage Viking Treasures, you guys are missing out. Please make sure you're following her. She does a lot of glass. She does a lot of shows. She has antique booths. She is worth, guys, just follow her. I was watching some of her sales the other week. She finds some really incredible stuff. So please do yourself a favor. Make sure you're following Becky. And if you're in the Colorado area, get out. Make sure, I know she has booths, or follow her so you can go see her in person at her shows when she travels around. So how are you, Tammy? It's so good to see you here tonight. Hopefully you're doing well. See who else is in here with us tonight. Hello, Dawn. How are you? It's good to see you. How are you, Lisa? Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. I cannot believe that it's Monday, and we're already cooking into the second week of March. Can you guys believe it? How are you, Dawn? Good to see you here tonight. Welcome in, everybody. We'll get the sale started here in just a few moments as we continue to say hello to everybody. Hello, Ann Donaldson. It's good to see you. How are you, Jennifer of Junebug Vintage? Gang, if you aren't following her on Whatnot, same name, follow her on Instagram. She loves herself some kitsch and some good vintage, so please give her a follow. See who else is in here with us tonight. Hello, everybody. I don't know, Lisa, if I already said hello to you yet or not, but we're going to do it again just to cover our bases. See who else is in here with us tonight, and we're down here to the end. So if you guys want to say hello, please pop it in there. I'll do my best to say hello. If I ever miss you guys, please never, ever take it personal. It is just the way my chat moves. I might miss you, but I might say it 2 times in a future sale. So, okay, a couple things as we get ready to go over on how the sale is going to work in case you guys are new here. I'm going to go ahead and get my phone queued up so I have a backup in case I have to refresh. So again, you guys, if you can just bear with me, I greatly appreciate it tonight. We probably will be moving faster in a few moments, but we'll probably be moving a little slower till I get things started. So if you guys are interested in purchasing something tonight, please make sure that you use a handheld device, okay? You can put us up on your television, that's fine, but there is a very, very long lag there. If you guys want to purchase something, you're going to want to use a phone. Also, make sure that sometimes when I wanted to bid, you can lessen that lag if you turn your Wi-Fi off and you use just the phone. Also, make sure other people aren't pulling on your Wi-Fi. All those things can slow you down, which can make your lag longer, which means if you want to go in and kind of snipe something or be there at the last minute, it's going to slow you down and make it sometimes impossible for you to nab that item that you want, okay? A couple other things that we need you to do is make sure you guys are in all messages. There's a little gear wheel down below me. Please tap on that. I think it's the second thing that you can select, and it is all messages. It will put you in the real chat. If you're not in that, it will come in all different ways, and you will be seriously lagging with that chat. So also, there is a little gear wheel up at the top. If you guys plan on bidding on something and you really want to be in real time, drop that down, hit the 2 times. It will fast forward. I will sound like I had not hit puberty yet, and it will get you caught up to the most current time that you can be in. I've also noticed that with if you're on a cell phone, if you're on your phone, if you hold your finger on the screen, a little icon will come up and it'll say 2 times. A lot of times when I've been watching sales here late, instead of doing the gear wheel, I will hold my finger on that, and it's in essence, it fast forwards you 2 times and gets you into real time, and it'll just stop once you're in real time. So those are a few little tricks of the trade, okay? If you guys plan on bidding tonight, we do a few things differently over here on Mother Tuckers. We offer something that we call just in case, okay? So what is the just in case? When you use it, we ask that you please abbreviate it JIC. You don't have to spell it all out. This is the maximum amount that you are willing to bid, okay? You will be bid up $1 over the next highest bid and or just in case, and the just in cases should be used during the countdown by active bidders. So basically what that means is that we ask that you have at least bid on the item 1 time, okay? Please bid on the item 1 time. Please hold all your just in cases till we start the countdown. It's kind of like a poker hand. You don't want the other folks that are bidding to know what you're willing to pay for the item. So hold that until we do the countdown. If somebody accidentally, who didn't hear the beginning here, does that, I will probably just ask them to hold that just in case, keep moving, in essence, ignore it, and then ask them to put in that just in case again in after the bid end. After we start the countdown, okay? So hold all your just in cases. Remember though, the just in case can turn into a real bid. So if you're bidding on an item and the bid is at $20 and you put in a just in case of 24, but somebody else put in a just in case of 25, no, wait. Let's try that again. If you're bidding on an item and it's $20 and you bid just in case of 24, somebody else puts a bid in of a just in case of 23, that means you will pay the 24. So please remember those just in cases do turn into real bids, and then you will be accountable for that. Bidding is a commitment to pay. So when you bid, please be prepared to pay for that item. That is your promissory. That's how these live sales are handled. When you win something, I'm going to need you to email me some information. If you're new to me, I'm going to need your YouTube screen name. If it's different from your real name, if it's not, just give us your real name. I'm going to need your full shipping address and a PayPal email. If you don't have a PayPal email, that's all right. You just give us an email and we will send it to you. You can check out as a guest. As far as I know, you can use Venmo. You can use any other form of payment that PayPal allows. We use PayPal for one reason. It's safe for you and it is safe for us. I also utilize a platform called Pirate Ship. It gives us deep discounted rates, and I pass those savings on to you. So, but keep in mind, I ship from Pennsylvania. So if you guys are in California, I do ship from Pennsylvania. So you'll have to take into consideration the size and the weight of the item. I do all my invoicing on Saturdays, which means if you purchase from me tonight, or you come to Fantastic Finds on Wednesday or the Valentino's on Friday. I will be combining all of that, packaging it all on Saturday, and then invoices usually go out evening, sometimes early afternoon, evening, depending on when Tina can get them out to you. At any point, if you guys don't want to keep an open box, you never have to. You just have to make sure you can communicate that with us via the email. Let us know. We can close it out. I can usually pack within 24 hours, and then we can ship next day as soon as the item is paid for, okay? If you win tonight or in any of my upcoming sales, we ask that you pay that invoice, so you'll get it Saturday night. We ask that you pay in 24 to 48 hours, okay? We like to get everything out to you. We like to actually take everything Monday morning. That's kind of the way we turn things, okay? So we run our sales all week. We close it out on Saturday, and then we take it on Monday. Please remember, guys, first of all, I do offer free pickup. I own a brick and mortar, Mother Tucker's Antiques. I am located here in central Pennsylvania. If you guys are coming to the area and you want to do so, communicate that via the email and say, hey, I want to save on shipping. I want to pick it up at the store. We'll invoice you for the item, not the shipping. And then once it's paid for, we'll communicate on when you want it to get up to the store. So please remember, everything I sell is vintage, okay? Everything that I sell has had a life. I'm going to do my best to call any damage, any issues, any flaws with it, anything that I deem important that you guys need to know. Again, these things are vintage, so they have had a life. They have been used. They're not going to be 100% perfect. I don't think any of us here want it to be. I think that's why we are all vintage-loving folks, and that's why we're here. So I think I pretty much covered it all. Again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out here with me tonight. I have 15 rounds. We're going to go as fast as we can. Amy, if I forgot anything, or Tina, if y'all could drop that in the chat, or Karen G, or even Kim, help cover me. I hope that was everything. Bill lost his internet. He won't be joining us tonight. If it comes back, he'll be on. If we go the whole night without Bill, God, I think I've been doing live sales for almost 3 years. This will officially be the first one I do by myself. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to get my first item started, and we're going to start it at $15, okay? You're going to get all of these for $15, okay? Oh, and I'll probably do 15 or 20-second countdowns depending on the lag. And what I'll do is I'll show the item. I will wait to feel you guys out for the lag. If nobody's interested in anything, that's okay. We'll keep moving on. We will then do a recap. Everything will be offer up, but I will fill you guys out to do a countdown. So $15, and these are some of my favorite things. These are all the wooden painted, made in Taiwan. These were very popular in the 1980s. I know we had a little tree with them on. I know my grandmother decorated with them. I love these. These are all in very good condition. A lot of times the paint will chip and start to fall off, but for $15, you're going to get all of these, okay? So you're going to get the little wagon here with the little bunnies in. So they're going to be the first one. You're going to get 5 of these little ornaments, all right, for $15. So there is the little white one, and that comes in just at about 2 inches, just at about 2 inches. So then you're also going to get the yellow little wagon, and a lot of times these little bunnies, the ears get broken off or damaged or the string's missing. But you can see he's got a little bit of, I'll be doggone. Hang on a second here, folks. Hold on. How did you work your magic, my friend?
I don't know. I mean, you saw, they said midnight, and
you're performing magic over there, Bill. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me turn my volume up so I can hear you better. How are you, sir?
I'm still coughing, but I'm here. So
okay. All right.
Continue. I've got to arrange something.
Okay. All right. Well, we got Melissa in at 15. So Melissa, I'm going to highlight you at 15. We got Ravona in at 16. So this is your second one that I was showing you, the little yellow one. Then this one, and I want to make sure that I'm reading this right. This is actually made by Dakin and Company. So the folks that made the Dream Pets later branched into some of these little wooden ones. Have you ever seen one of those, Bill?
Yep. I have a bag of them.
So this one, and I actually think, no offense, they did a pretty higher quality than just the ones in Taiwan.
Agreed.
So you're going to get that one plus the original tag. And this little guy measures, just about 2.5 inches tall. So Debbie's in at 19. Thank you so much. This little guy's my personal favorite. Okay. He's riding his little hobby horse. It even has little vinyl ears. There's little vinyl ears right there. And a lot of times they'd be missing. So he's riding his little hobby horse. And this one does, a lot of these sit as figurines. So you don't have to use them as ornaments. And you can see a lot of them still have their foil tag that says Taiwan. This one, I speculate somebody turned into an ornament. This one, I think, is one of those England style ones. I'm not sure of the manufacturer that makes them, but they make the high quality little wooden figurines. They make them at Christmas. They make them at Easter. I suspect he's one of them, and somebody put a little tag around his neck. But he's going to come with it, and because he doesn't have a tag, we're just going to assume that he is made in Taiwan. So if I didn't measure them, they're all just about 2 to 2.5 inches. But Hobby Horse Guy, he's a big one. He's a big one. Let's get the glare off his face. He's coming in at 4 inches wide. So we are in at 20 with Melissa. Thank you all for the bids. We're looking for 21 or more, and you get the whole lot. So we might as well just do 20 seconds and counting it down. We are just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All are in very good condition. Little paint wear to none. And they're good as figurines, or hang them on your Easter tree. I see you're just in case, Melissa. We'll see if there's anybody else coming in. We're just waiting on Karen's bid end. And there it is. Thank you so much. So, Melissa, you didn't need it. You got them all for $20. Thank you so much, and congratulations. All righty, Bill.
Okay, so it sounds like a bunch of people are struggling with power right now. Ironically, we did not lose power today, and we always do. We just lost the internet. I drove around the neighborhood forever to figure out where it was coming from, but it's our whole little mountain area. Yeah, so that's interesting. I'm sorry that you still don't have power, D.
You couldn't even do a hotspot because your internet's not that good up there, so you couldn't even.
No, we can't do without the actual. What's it called? The Wi-Fi? There's nothing. Yep. I had to drive to town. And for us, town is still 15 minutes away.
I hear you.
Which is ironic because New Jersey is the most densely populated state. D and I live in this corner where there's nobody. Anyway, so the one thing I was going to say about everything that I'm bringing today, just to preface it all, because I have no expectations that much of it will sell. But this was all stuffed. I was telling Jason this a couple days ago. Everything that I previewed and I'm bringing tonight were things that I actually had priced and marked a month ago to take to the store, to Mother Tucker's, to do my Easter display. And because I got ill, all of that went away, and the stuff was sitting in my car until last week. So I brought it all in the house, and I'm like, I'm not going to bring it back downstairs. I'm just going to see if anybody wants to buy it before I bring it back to Mother Tucker's. So gotcha. I'm just going to start slow tonight because I have this really cool piece of glass. It's not milk glass. I don't even know what my start prices are tonight. $12. It's not necessarily milk glass. I mean, it is milk glass, but it's that translucent kind of milk glass.
Right.
You know, that kind that I'm talking about. But it has these beautiful birds imprinted.
Peacocks. They look like peacocks.
They do look like peacocks. There are adult and sort of younger ones as well. I just think it's so beautiful as a planter. I actually just had a whole thing of pussy willows in it, and that's why I was taking it to the store to be like the centerpiece on one of my areas. What were you going to say?
Do you have like your black light or anything that you can shine it down on the inside to see if it can like?
I checked. I doubt it. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, if you could like light
the design.
Yeah, light it up a little bit from the inside. Even if it glows purple, it might show. Because I mean, that really has. Do you even speculate on who makes that? Do you even have an idea, Bill?
I did some research and I couldn't find anything. I don't know where my good black light is. I have this one.
There you go. Oh yeah, you can see it better now. Yep,
pretty,
real pretty. I love
and
that.
It's a good size. It's a good size. Like you could get a 4.5 to 5 inch nursery pot in here, and it's super clean inside. But you can see what I mean by it's like not exactly milk glass because the light does come through it. I mean, it is milk glass, but
Right.
it's a translucent form of milk glass. It's super, super pretty. And it is 6.5 inches tall. And yeah, it's a 6-inch wide. You could get a big plant in here if a plant was what you wanted to do with it. I just love it.
If you got like a big battery operated light and put in it, how great would that be to put out like in the summer out on your deck and just have it kind of flicker, kind of make it into a fairy light almost.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. I mean, even a real candle would look great in here.
It would. It's a gorgeous piece.
Yeah, put a little sand in the bottom, put a real candle in it. Well, I see we have a bid, so I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown if anyone else is interested. And it's in remarkable condition. There are no chips or cracks in it. I need to clean the bottom a little bit. I didn't get a lot of my work done before all this because of driving around town to find out if I was going to have power, but it's in super, super good condition. So I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's got to have some age to it, Bill.
I agree. I agree. For me, I know it's probably not a 40s piece, but it feels like a motif of the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm thinking it's not that old though. All right. So there's the bid end. So with Melissa's just in case of 25, Noelle, this is yours for 26. Yeah. Did you hear the ringing?
Yeah.
When I hit it. Congratulations, Melissa. It's yours for 26. Thank you so much.
And hello, everybody that just joined us. Hello, Glowy Girl. Hello, Noelle. It's good to see you.
Noelle got it.
Also, Kim, Desert Gal, please put a link into either your eBay or Vamp. She's a reseller, guys. Please show her some support. I was kind of lurking on her Vamp area. She has some really good things listed. So please, if you guys have the time, head on over and check out Kim, who is Desert Gal, her over at Vamp. She is putting out some great things, and she's also a reseller as well. So please, Kim, if you could put that in, I would greatly appreciate it. So, all right. And hello, Gina. It's good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. $15 choice. Okay, guys. And I was excited to find these because it's also a good time to offer these things because of Easter. So I always think of like chicks and hens and all kinds of beak friends to ducks this time of the year. So I have for choice. They are identical. They are California pottery. They still have their original made in California, and it might be real tiny, but it is Rio Hondo. So Rio Hondo has become very, very popular. Died off there for a little bit. It is a more muted kind of pottery. It is more of an elementary kind of pottery. It's not as well defined as like a PY is, but I think it is great. It's a different choice. Like if you guys want something that looks like it's very anthropomorphic, very lifelike, collecting Rio Hondo is not for you. But if you guys love the more muted 1940s, 1950s pottery, Rio Hondo is a great choice. And they made a whole little series of these little cart friends that you could use as little planters. You could use them as little toothpick holders. And a lot of the color tones that they use are very earth tone colors. So there are a lot of greens and browns in them. So this is in very good condition. So $15 if anybody's interested. It does have its original foil sticker on it, and I have two of them. They both measure just about 3 inches wide by 2 3/4 inches tall. So again, I could see you guys putting a little bit of Easter grass in there, maybe putting a small little egg in there, or you could even put a little succulent in there. So here it's just this crazy little hen, and it's kind of just chugging along, and it has its little wagon attached to it here in the back. So let me show you all the way around. That is your first one. Then, like I said, we have a second one, and it is identical. So if you guys love your California pottery and you guys love a good sticker, like I think we all sort of do, I don't often find the Rio Hondo from California.
Rarely ever.
That has its sticker. And I have two of them, so I figure maybe two different people. There is a little bit of crazing in there on that one. And then here is the bottom. So again, if anybody's interested, and I thought they would look cute together, maybe use one as a gift. You guys could put little toothpicks in these. If you guys do like a little buffet on your like Easter table, you know, fill that with toothpicks, let people pick little hors d'oeuvres. Maybe if you guys cube up some things before you start your dinner. Thank you, Glowy. I see you in at 15. And again, they do come in little different colorways. Like there would be one that might have a blue accents here. But I think the little roosters always have the brown. So we do have choice. You can take one or two. If one doesn't get claimed, we'll bring it back in the recap. But let's count this down for Glowy right now. If anybody's interested, please put in a bid. They are virtually identical. So counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Roughly 3 across and about 2 1/4 upwards. High. I just think these are so cute.
I think those would be great if you had smaller hyacinth bulbs to put in the back in order to force a hyacinth in there. It's like the perfect size.
Gotcha. That's above my pay scale, Bill. I don't.
Well, it's the time of the season for it, so
I can't do it. So, Glowy, all you got to do is let me know if you wanted one or two. And if you just claim one, like I said, they're identical. If you just claim one, we'll bring the other one back during the recap. All right, Bill.
Hi, Mary Jo. Good to see you tonight. So I have some little sweeties. I'm going to start these at $5.
Okay.
I don't know why I put my ruler away. I haven't measured anything today yet. So these are
choice?
just under 2 inches tall, and I have 3 of them.
Is it choice?
It is for choice. $5 for choice. $5 for
right.
choice. They are these super sweet little puffball chicks with these plastic feet and these super cool plastic hats on. And each of the chicks has an applied millinery flower and then a flower made out of felt. 2 of the chicks have pink flowers, and one of the chicks has an orange flower. And I thought they were super cute. They're just these tiny little, almost 2-inch. I forget what these pom-poms, is that what they're called?
They're actually chenille. It's actually like almost sponge chenille is what it is.
There's a name for them though. I just can't remember. Anyway.
We always called them pom-poms, or they were just little chenille peeps.
And what's great about them, even though they're so small, they actually all stand on their own, which I think is pretty cool. You know, a lot of these decorations, they you know, you really have to manipulate them. All 3 of them stand really, really well on their little plastic feet. Super, super cute.
They're heading to Easter church, and then they're going to go have brunch.
Are they ever? Are they ever?
Gosh. Oh my God, they're cute.
Yeah, these are the ladies that just hid all of the colored Easter eggs out in the garden while the kids were in church, and they're waiting for the kids to come out and do their Easter egg hunt.
Those are the ones that you want to get to know because they know all the good dirt that's going on in the farmyard. They know what's what.
Yeah, it was my mom. She was the president of the Altar Rosary Society for a while.
Gotcha.
These are the ladies who did that.
Did you, when you were a kid and they did the egg hunts, would they do the real eggs and then add in a few plastic ones, and the plastic ones would have like a prize in it?
No plastic eggs when I was a kid, at least that I remember. They were all real. They were all real. And we had to take them home. And then my grandmother made like all the salads with the eggs, so we always used them all. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. Thank you for your bid, Karen. And if anyone else is interested, you can throw a bid in too, because there are 3 to choose from. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Yeah, like ours were 90% real, but then every maybe 12th one was plastic, and then one would be you could go get a free sundae at the ice cream joint, or I don't know, it might be like a free candy bar at the convenience store, something like that.
Oh, that would be no, that didn't happen for us.
Gotcha.
All right, Karen, thank you. You have first choice at 5. You can take all 3. Thank you.
Wants all 3.
I wanted to use my little board tonight, though.
Oh my gosh. All right. $12. And let me get myself over here. $12. And Tina found this the other week, and I was really excited to bring it. Okay. It is a glass Easter bunny, and this would have been filled with chocolate. Okay. The owner prior to us, I think, filled it with something that looks brown. Okay. I don't believe it's the original chocolate, but I like it in there because it actually makes it look like it's still full with the original candy or chocolate that would have been in there. Okay. It even has its original label that they adhered to the bottom. So that is what would have been on it originally. And then it would have been filled with chocolate. Okay. And then this would have been like a little toy for the child or a little figurine or something like that. So I don't have any of these in my Easter display, but I know folks do like to decorate with these. They are fun. This is glass, and it has a lot of detail. So it is a glass candy container, and it is starting at 12. It is vintage. It's probably 60s prior, somewhere in that time frame. It measures about 6.5 inches tall. So it's about 6.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So again, you can tell they put something in there that is of a brown color. It's not coming out. So, but what I like is that it gives it some texture. So you can pop this into an Easter basket. You can pretend that it's filled with real chocolate. I'm sure if you guys were so inclined, you could probably pop that paper out, clean out whatever is in it. But I'm leaving it because I like it. I think if I was going to purchase this, I would want the option to have it in. And then if you decide to take it out, you could definitely clean that all out. So Audrey, thank you. I see you in at 12. So we are looking for 13 or more. It is a piece of molded glass. So please just keep in mind there will be a little roughness here because there is mold lines on it. And they weren't made with the utmost quality because they were meant to be toys or figurines. If you were so inclined that you wanted to take the insides out, you could probably put some fairy lights up in there and light him up. But again, I think he displays, really well with that colored brown in there. And again, he measures just about 6.5 inches tall. So he's 6.5 inches tall by about 4 inches across. And he's got a nice weight to him. And he does sit flat. So you can use him just as a little figurine. And I just want to get in there and show you the great detail. I mean, he looks like your quintessential chocolate bunny that I think we all. Here's a question for you, Bill. If you were going to eat your chocolate bunny, do you start with the ears or do you start with the body? Where would you start?
I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like the taste of the stale air inside the hollow chocolate. I can't stomach it.
God. That waxy, cheap chocolate I used to love as a kid. But if you were going to eat a high quality piece of chocolate bunny, where would you start? The ears or the body?
Okay, let's say if it was solid chocolate, I would definitely eat the ears first.
Okay. See, I'm an ears person too. I don't know. That's a good question for people. Everyone else is saying ears. Okay. I always would break. Oh, it sounds hard when you say it. I would break the neck and eat the head first and then work my way down the body. That sounds pretty morbid when you think about it. So I don't know, but that would be a good party question to ask people. Do you start at the ears or do you eat
Looks
the
like
body?
Everyone's saying ears.
Okay. There has to be somebody out there that's like, no, I start at the tail and work in.
Jennifer just said she'd eat the butt first.
Debbie says butt. All right. And that whole chocolate, when it's a whole like full on chocolate, like you have to gnaw on that a little bit. Like you can't just like chunk. I mean, if your teeth are made of steel, you can, but you got to work a little bit. Hello, Helen. So good to see you. It's good to see. Guys, if you're not following Helen, she's the New England Thrifter. Please give her a follow. Melissa, you got the high bid at 18. Let's go ahead and count this down. We're looking for, you have the high bid at 13. We're looking for 14. So let's go ahead and count this down. I think I said the wrong number there. So count it down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Melissa's still in at 13, so we're looking for 14 or more. You can use it just in case if you're an active bidder. We're just waiting on that bid end from Karen G. Now I'm hungry for a chocolate bunny. All right, there's the bid end. So I think it's going to Melissa. Let me double check again because I think I said the wrong number earlier, but I'm almost certain. It is. Melissa, congratulations. Bunny Friend is yours for $13. All right, Bill.
See, my mother knew that I didn't like chocolate, and she always got me these plastic bunnies filled with jelly beans. That was what I got in my, well, that's what the Easter bunny brought me.
Yep.
I didn't realize at the time that it was mom. So if you saw my previews, you probably saw that I have a bunch of mid-century Japan ceramics because that's what I was going to build my display at the store around. So just try seeing if anybody is interested in any of them. The first one is going to start at $35, and I have a really good set of Miss Priss salt and pepper shakers. Where we normally see the condition issues around the hat up here, there aren't any. There are no chips, no rough spots around the hat. The only condition issue to report is on the back of the bottom. On the bottom of one of them is that chip right there. That is how it's displayed from the back, so you don't even see it, but it is there. And as you can see, it's around the back, right here. They also do not have stoppers, but other than that, they are all sweet and blue in all their Miss Priss goodness. Love, love, love them. And the vision I had in my head for this display, yeah, maybe next year I'll get to do something like that. They are 3 inches tall.
I'm kind of disappointed now it didn't get to surface at the store. I wish I could have seen how it would have looked.
I was gonna empty out the whole center section where all the swung vases are, and I was gonna build this multi-level Easter and St. Patrick's Day extravaganza. Okay. I actually made a sketch of it, Jason. I'll show it to you.
I believe you. No, I believe you. I believe you. Gosh, they're cute.
Yeah, aren't they good? They're really, really good. I love them. She's so cute.
Every time we find a set, we're like, we're going to keep it this time. And then nope, we end up bringing it to a sale and selling it. One of these days we'll keep a set.
I've never had a set. I've had salt and pepper shakers before, but never without that typical damage that they have.
Right. Yeah.
These are just so good. They're really good.
They get like the rubs on their chops and stuff, where their side is and things.
Yep. And I do have the cookie jar tonight if anyone's interested as well. So I'll bring that a little later. I never can figure out which way they look best.
I like them the way you had them. I think that's my favorite. The way you had them in the beginning. Yeah. I feel like that's the way they look good. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and count them down so we can move along. I've got a bunch of choice rounds tonight, Jason.
That's all right.
Oh, look how good they look in the focus right now. I'm getting used to my bifocals. I now realize what I have to do. All right, I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yeah, Karen, I knew you were right, but I just felt like it was taking longer than it should. I feel like most people, when they get them, they're like adjusted in a week or two. For me, it's been like 2 months. It's been a long time. There is the bid end. So it looks like Steele came in right before the bid end with her just in case, and they are yours for $43. Congratulations.
Amy, you are right. They are the quintessential kitty cats that they are. My next round is going to start at $20. I felt like I was going to say something, but I forgot now. Oh, I wanted to say, make sure you guys are following John of Everyday Holiday Displays. He jumped in the chat. Same name, same logo over on Instagram. He is one of the Valentinos. He'll be over here this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hello, Philomena. And hello to anybody else that we've missed as you have come on into the sale tonight. So, and the other thing I want to say is this week is probably going to be it for me with Easter. So I'm going to push all my Easter. So I know some folks don't decorate a lot with Easter, but it will be heavy on the next few sales. And then that'll probably be the last of it. So I figure I can get this to you with enough time that you can decorate with it. So I love these book style planters. Okay. They make them for all holidays. And believe it or not, they are a little hard to find. So it does mimic an open book. And it does say, wishing you a happy Easter. Guys, I love that Easter bunny on there. $20, you're getting all of it. I actually added a few things to it. It's not a lot, nor a bundle, but it's just a planter. And it's starting at $20. And then those two little chicks, popping their little heads out of that little Easter basket filled with all spring and Easter style flowers. And again, I think this would look gorgeous on your counter. So you're going to get 2 of these 1980s style eggs. Let me get the glare off, and then we'll show you the planter again. So it's going to come with these like heavily like lacquered eggs. So they're going to come along with it. So you'll get that one. And when I say lacquered, I don't think these are like wooden. I think they're like hollow, thin. They're almost like the Rushton nesting dolls. That's the kind of way it feels. And then believe it or not, this pick here is an older 1960s style sugared pick. It has the little plastic, fantastic flowers and hat, and then it's a little sugared bunny. So that's a little flower pick. And then I have grass here on the inside for you. I'm not sure the manufacturer of the piece. It just has red numbers on the bottom, but I think this is a really, really neat planter. They do make them for different holidays. I know we have a Christmas one, and I had never really had an Easter one until I found 2. So I'm keeping one, and then we're offering one up. So the measurements on this, you're going to get all of it for $20. So if you guys don't want to have to worry about decorating, you're already good to go. It's going to measure 6 inches wide, so 6 inches that way, and it's going to measure about 4.5 inches tall. So the planter, I believe, is from the 1960s. Again, I can't get enough of that little bunny wearing that little like orangish blue little sweater. And then you got the chicks peeping out, and you have the gold details here on the side. And then actually, if the light catches it right, you can see that they gave the texture of a book. So it does look like an opened up book to like a little Easter story. Ravona, thank you. I see you in at 20. So we're looking for 21 or more. There are no chips. There are no cracks. Very minimal crazing. And if you wanted to use this to actually plant some plants in it, it does have a very deep pocket for you to do so. Although it's very narrow at the top, it does open up on the inside. And often, like Bill says, I do love a nice flat planter, because if you were going to put this maybe in the kitchen, you could back this up against the wall and still have plenty of room. So again, that's like a little transferred on decal, but it is glazed over that they put on. And I do believe the planter's from 1960s. You're going to get probably a later 60s Easter pick, and then the 2 little Easter eggs on the inside. So let's go ahead and count this down for Ravona. We are looking, I see Wanda in at 21. So now we're looking for 22 or more. You'll get the whole kit and caboodle. So just in case for active bidders. So counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Ravona was the first 22. So Stacy, you'd have to come in at 23 or more. We are doing just in case. I see your just in case, Wanda. Thank you so much. Stacy, I see your just in case. Oh, and Stacy, you did have a bid. You got it. So I see your just in case right before the bid ends. So with Wanda's just in case of 29, Stacy had a just in case of 32 for $30. Stacy, congratulations. The whole planter kit and caboodle's coming to you. All right, Bill. You're muted still, Bill.
I'm trying to protect you all from the awful cough that happens.
That cold.
Yeah, Philomena, I agree with Susan. I wish you a speedy recovery as well. I know obviously what it's like to not feel well recently. $10, Jason. And I have a textile, if you can believe that.
Okay.
I am bringing a textile. I have this sweet little Easter textile, which I'm going to go out on a limb and make a guess on what it is. But it's got this really sweet pattern of repeating bunnies who are busy making eggs. Now, there are 2 areas of discoloration on it, which I'll show you. It is 28 by 28, and I believe it's actually a tablecloth for a child's table. That's my guess, because this is how big it is.
Oh yeah.
My guess is it was made for a little child's table. It is Czechoslovakian. It's a cotton blend. So I looked up the names of the fabrics in Google, and I agree. Vintage Easter textiles are so hard to find. I have one tablecloth, one round one, and I am never, ever giving it up, ever.
I remember I was looking for one and you told me you
I
found
know.
an Easter tablecloth. You can't find them. You can make do, but you can't find a legit one.
Let me show you all the areas of discoloration. I did not try to remove the stains per Martha Stewart's. Oh gosh, why can't I find them? They're here, I promise. It actually looks really good in my ring light. There are two areas of, slight discoloration. Oh, here's one, I think. Yeah, right here. And I was thinking, if that really bothered somebody, it didn't bother me, but if it really bothered someone, you could try to dye this a light pink and maybe make the background a pink color or even another color. I think that would work really well. But I actually think this is a really good size for lots of different purposes. And believe me, I did iron it, but the creases came back. I really did. I did iron it.
It looks, you can see the lines in it, Bill. It looks really good.
No, I ironed the lines out and they came back, Jason.
Oh, I thought you ironed ironed those lines in. I was like, oh, well, you did. The previous sucker wasn't fooling around. They wanted those lines in there.
Yeah. I just want to give everyone a really good look on the pattern because it does repeat around. And then as you can see on the inside, it's just a whole bunch of yellow flowers. Super sweet. And I love this little floral border it has as well. All around. Yeah, it's really good. And it has that awesome feel. It's not exactly bark cloth, but it's like the light version of it.
Gotcha.
Which I love that feel of bark cloth.
It's like a blend.
Too. I actually enjoy ironing. It's one of the things I like doing.
Can you is Chris there to vouch? Is he okay?
He's got his earbuds in.
Before you count down, can you just get in close one more time on those bunnies to see how vibrant they are color-wise?
The coloring is really, really good.
Oh, they got a good look to them too. That's elegant kitsch right there. That's what that is. That's elegant kitsch.
Yeah, and again, when I come across any vintage holiday fabric that's not Christmas, even though I buy the Christmas too, I definitely pick up the other holidays.
Well,
the one I don't have is around Valentine's Day because we have a round table.
If Amy says it's good because she knows her tapestries and she knows her linens, so that's got to be good.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's just a good, and it's Central European, and it's when Czechoslovakia was Czechoslovakia, so we know it's also vintage. So
right.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and count it down. Right now, we're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
So good. That's so good. So you have a round table, Bill.
But the reason I had this is because last year when I found the round Easter tablecloth, I'd been using this before. I put a white round tablecloth on the table, put this in the middle in a square because we have a piece of glass that goes over the top.
Gotcha.
So this has been under glass for a couple of years.
Gotcha.
Now I can share it. So it looks like Trina had a 21. Melissa came in with a just in case. So Melissa, this is yours for $22. Thank you so much.
All right. My next items are going to be choice. I'm following Bill's lead. He last year was the king of pictures. Okay. I'm not trying to be the king of pictures or little creamers and things like that, but also Misty's been talking a lot about them too. And I think it's gaining popularity that folks are decorating with them. So Tina found a couple of them. So I thought I found two that would make a good choice. Okay. So they also seem to be springtime appropriate and color appropriate. This lady is dinging a 10 on the side eye with judgment face. Honestly, this is made by Shawnee Pottery. They did come in different colors. You can see the airbrushing technique has the pinks, the lavenders, and a little bit of the blues. So this will be your first choice. Thank you, Susan. There is a little bit of crazing. Shawnee does craze, but she's got her little bouquet of flowers here. She's just using that side eye and making sure everybody in the house is kosher, okay? No chips, no cracks, very clean on the inside. Here is the bottom, and this is the first lady style picture that I have to offer tonight. The measurement on this is about 5 3/4 tall and about 3 inches wide. And this dates to the 40s or maybe the very early 1950s. Okay. And if you like this, they did come in different colorways. So if you're just not into the Easter style colors, you can find some that are a little more maybe mid-century looking. So this next one was a little hard for me to date, but I can tell you that she, God bless her, she is a little older than the Shawnee one, okay? This company here, and I'll show you the bottom, it is Staffordshire, England, okay? It is made by a company called Shorter and Sons. They make a lot of the Toby mugs, okay? And I think I saw that she is called Spring Bouquet, because you can see she's holding a bouquet of flowers. So if you guys love the more realistic English style pottery, this would be for you. She could be as old as the 1920s. I kind of tried to research the bottom, but the bottom kind of looked very similar. So she's going to be older than the Shawnee one. I think that's the best way to say it. So you can see all the great details. She is heavily glazed, as a lot of English pottery is. The Staffordshire pieces are. She's in very good condition. She does have a little bit of crazing on the inside, but she will be your second one. And she just has her big spray of flowers and bouquet in that basket. And I thought they both kind of would look good together being used. Put a little succulent in there, put a little air plant in there. Or actually, if you're so inclined, you could use them. You know, they are glazed. So, and I don't think the crazing's bad enough that you couldn't. So if you wanted to use them, you definitely could. She's a little smaller, and I'm sorry, you're a little rounder than your sister. She's 5 inches tall by about 4 inches across. So she's made in England, Staffordshire, but the company on the bottom is called Shorter and Sons, okay? Could date from the 20s, and they made the same exact sculpt and looked clear up into the early 40s, all right? Probably prior to World War II, so somewhere in that time frame. You still would have gotten the same one. And I'm sure they re-released it later, but she is the older one. Or you could take the Shawnee, the little Dutch girl with her flowers. So let's go ahead and count it down. We have Kim in right now at 13. So we're looking for 14 or more. And just in case for active bidders. So counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. And she has been giving me the eyes since she came in the house. I can't quit laughing at her. I think that's just hysterical. Oh, the heavy side eye that they did. She's so judgy, so judgy. So I see all your bids coming in. Thank you so much. And this one we'll call flower. This one I'm calling purple. Purple or flower. Purple or flower, or you could take both. So it looks like Karen did have a just in case, but add to cart had a straight 18. So add to cart, you get first choice. This one I was calling purple, which is the Shawnee one. And this one is the England one. And that one I was calling flower. I just think it's easier to type if you just put in purple or flower. Okay, I got you add to cart for purple. So at 17, Karen, let me know if you wanted the Staffordshire one. Dusty, you would have backup. And then I can do the rest in the chat. But let's just, hopefully we can hear from Karen. If you were interested, again, no chips, no cracks. And she is earlier. And she's kind of like, oh, all right, no worries. Dusty, let me know if you were interested. And I will watch the chat. But Dusty, you were next for the English one. And if no one claims her, I will bring her back in the recap. But I'm waiting on you, Dusty. Let me know. All right, Bill.
$44 if anyone's interested, Jason. And I have some pottery tonight. And I have a company I haven't brought in a while. I have a gorgeous piece of Roseville in the white rose pattern. It's this gorgeous vase. 1940 it was made. Now, $44 is reflective of a couple condition issues you should know. There is a rough spot on the flower right here on the back. I want to give you a close-up on it. And there is a chip on the bottom that this was so typical of the green Roseville. There was some sort of marker or something, or paint or colored pencil. Every time I see a chip on a piece of green Roseville, someone's always done this to it. It was probably like a floral marker or floral wax pencil or something that someone did. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of Roseville. It's just not one of the 3 patterns that I collect. So I pick them up when I find them, but if they're not in one of my 3 patterns, because they're over 100, I can't have them all. But this is a gorgeous vase that also has built-in areas to make it act like a flower frog. And these are among my favorite things that Roseville made because they have so many different opportunities for display. So you can actually lean your woodier stemmed flowers, your roses, your peonies, this time of the year, your forsythia, and it can help hold up all of the other flowers that don't have quite as woody stems. Typical of Roseville, you see one pattern on the front, and then the same flower always, but a different pattern on the back, so you have opportunities for display. So this is the side with the damage on it. So this is how this side displays, the one with the 3 flowers, the 3 roses. And these are wild roses. That's why they're not all bunched up in the middle. The wild roses don't have as many petals. And then this is the undamaged side. Yeah, it is a lovely color. I always love this combination of this burnt orange color with the green. It's so, so good. Let me give you a close up on the detail. This is all texture. If you haven't held a piece of Roseville, this is all textured and painted, hand painted. And let's just take a look at these deco handles for a minute. How amazing are those? Oh, and just it's authentic Roseville. You can tell it has the Roseville in relief. Mark number 19, that's what we look for. It's the Roseville with the big R, and it's raised, and it has to have USA. If it doesn't have USA, it's likely not an actual Roseville. And it should have the model number stamped on the bottom. This is 979-6. The number that always comes after the dash is the height. So this is 6 inches tall.
Shame on those people who ever tried to recreate this and make reproductions. They
should have
just
ugly. It's so ugly. You can tell. You can tell.
Are. Shame on them now. They're ugly, disgusting.
Agreed. Well, we'll bring it back at the recap. Roseville is not for everyone, I know, but I had it and I wanted to bring it to the store, so saw if I could find a home for it tonight.
I got a feeling it might go in the recap, Bill. I got a feeling it might go in the recap.
And if Dusty, it doesn't, it'll be at Mother Tucker's.
Okay. All right. And you guys know where to find it. Dusty, I'm sorry, you got filtered on my one device. And Amy and Karen, thank you so much. Dusty, I got you for that. All right, guys, $25. And again, this is me rounding up my Easter pieces. Of course, this is more like the reason for the season. I think Ariana said it right last Monday. It's more for the reason for the season. So this is a antique piece of Goofus glass. Goofus glass was very, very popular in the turn of the last century. And this one depicts the Last Supper. Okay, so there is a heck of a glare on it. Let me get it off for you. Of course, if you guys aren't familiar with Goofus glass, it is early American pressed glass, and it is reverse painted, usually done very sloppily. It was always, I guess that's why they called it Goofus glass, because it was always goofed up and was never proper. Gina, I see you in at 25. This one is in very good shape. It's not missing much paint. I do love the fact that they actually used 3 different tones in here, which is a little more unique. I mean, Goofus did use the silvery kind of color and then kind of the dark red color. But it's really nice to see it all together. And then actually the way they depicted Jesus, they used almost a very off-white color, which you don't often see, like a white on the Goofus. It's almost as if they diluted the silver paint and painted him that way. So, but usually on Goofus glass, you always see the gold being the main color, then a lot of accents with the red, and then they will use some of the silver tone. But for Jesus here, let me get up here so you can see they actually used an off-white. So I'm sure you folks are all familiar with the Last Supper scene. This is your typical scene. It does have some details of like grapes, you know, like a vineyard all the way around. The plate is very, very big. It is for Goofus glass. Anyway, I would say it's a larger plate. It measures, let me get my measurements here, 11 inches wide by 7 inches tall. So this does look very nice, laying flat, as you guys can see. But to see from the top, you could put this in a plate rack. You could even hang it on the wall with the metal hooks they have. So paint wear, there's a little bit of paint wear around the tips. Nothing really major. but there always is some kind of paint wear because they just cold painted it and did it reversed. So I think you guys,
good condition. The paint is in such good condition.
It is. And always remember with Goofus glass, there will be straw marks because it was early American pressed glass and it was always made very quickly. It was also the era that it was made. It was very prone to having imperfections like air bubbles or straw marks. So it's not like it's defective. It was accepted back then because remember, the turn of the century, making glass was work. It was a lot more than it is today to create these pieces. So a lot of times if they had imperfections, they still would sell them and they were accepted as just the way they were. So we're at 27 with steel. Thank you guys so much. I've actually kind of been holding this since last fall, waiting for Easter to bring it. So 28 or more in very good condition. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You can see when the light comes through. Here's a little bit of wear that's on that seam. You can see when I put my hand up. But overall, for Goofus glass, this is in really, really good condition. So thank you all for the bids. Again, I don't find the Last Supper one that often. This might be the second time I've ever had it to sell. There's our bid end. Thank you so much. So Paula had a just in case of 50. Noelle had a just in case of 101. So congratulations, Noelle. It's coming to you for $51. All right, Bill.
Jason, I have a crazy choice round at $36. Okay. And again, just a reminder, this was all stuff that was supposed to go to the store. And another thing I wanted to do, I had this fruit and vegetable theme going on. So I have 3 different Japan condiment containers, if anyone is interested. And no amount of research, including talking to Enamour Amy, allowed us to identify the manufacturers. Nobody online seems to know who made these 3, but they are in Japan. This one had a blue and white Japan sticker. But to the best of our knowledge, this is a condiment jar of melons.
It's good.
The spoon areas are in the back. And what's interesting about the melons, and this would be an interesting conversation in the chat, it's why I brought it first, is that the one that doesn't look happy is labeled M. So you might think mustard, and then the other one should be K, but no, it's actually labeled J. So
I can't take you serious when you're saying melons. It's kind of like when you're selling baby bottles and you're talking about the hard nipples. I can't.
I forgot about that, actually.
I can't. I'm just going to be a good boy. I just held up Jesus on a plate. I got to be a good boy.
Why do you think I brought these? So yes, Gail, that's exactly what I thought. And I said that to Jason and he wasn't so sure, but I think it's marmalade and jam too. That's exactly what I think it is.
Yeah.
They're all relatively the same size. They're 6 inches long and 5 inches tall. And that's exactly what I thought it was, marmalade and jam. But all 3 of these, I don't have any condition issues to report on any 3. They're all in amazing condition other than crazing. They all are crazed, but they're all in really good condition. And I love the detail on the handle here, that it's like this vine. And they're super good inside too. They're all really, really clean.
You cannot find these anymore. You can't find them anywhere.
So the melons were the first choice. The second choice, I'm just kidding. I left a piece of tape on it. I had the tops taped closed when I was transporting them. Are these awesome tomatoes? One of which is winking at you.
It's good.
This actually has a Japan stamp on the bottom, but no sticker, and the bottoms are glazed here. But again, remarkable condition. The spoon holes are on the back, but I imagine for these you could turn them around because there's no letters on the leaves. So you could turn them around if you wanted the spoons facing forward. Same size, 6 inches across, super good condition all the way around for anybody who might be a ceramic condiment collector. Now, the third one are cruets, actually. These are cruets. I don't have the stoppers. The stoppers are in great condition, but the corks have expanded a little over time, and I don't want to force them down into it. So I just have them sort of resting there on the surface. These are not PY. PY has a whole line of anthropomorphic apples, but these are not PY. These do not have any information on the bottom, and there is that one craze line right there. But they are super, super good. And again, this is for somebody who wanted to have a collection. This isn't for everybody. I know. That's why they were going to the store, to kind of tempt someone into starting a collection. But yeah, the same exact size. They're all relatively the same size.
Bill, did you find these here and there, or did you find them all at the same time?
Just over. Yeah. It was somebody's collection.
The tomato is amazing. You never find one with all that.
You know, because my grandparents were tomato farmers. Mm-hmm. It's the right color for a tomato.
It is. It is. It is. All right, guys. Well, they will come back for the recap, right, Bill?
Everything will come back. Sure.
Okay. All right. $20, guys. $20. And what's going to come up next for me is a twofer. Okay. So for $20, you are going to get what I believe. Now there is some fading to it and some wear to it. I believe that this is the Trafford's Easter candy tin. Okay. And it would have held 1 pound of chocolate. Now there is some wear to the tin. Okay. No major dents, but this candy tin has been around for a long time. I believe the candy tin's probably 1920s. All right. It would make a great riser here on the side. And I was telling you, as I show this to you guys, it is a twofer because it's actually a mystery box. So it is filled with Easter goodness. So for the $20, you're getting the tin that does have wear to it and some fading, but it is so full, I had to actually put a little bit of tape down here to hold the lid shut. So on the inside, there is tons of Easter goodness for you to decorate with. There's some of those wooden ornaments. There was just a whole bunch of stuff. I started throwing it in until I could close the top. So I wish I could have put more in, but if you guys know these candy tins, the lid kind of dips in a little bit. So it is full. And I think there's easily 15 items in there, if not more, somewhere 15 to 20 items. So Melissa, I see your 20. For $20, you're going to get the vintage Schrafft's chocolate tin from New York. And yes, there is wear to it, but it is all quintessential Easter colors. So there's all kinds of blues and pinks and greens. And again, that's just tape. I had to tape it shut so it didn't fall open. The sides don't have near the amount of fading as the top does. So I was thinking maybe somebody would use this as a riser so you could just see the sides. But if we decorate in that shabby chic, in that farmhouse, this is kind of the look that you guys are going for. Plus, I mean, if you guys start to, decorate with Victorian things, you want it to kind of have this kind of look. So again, it is a mystery box. It is chock full of all Easter goodness. The candy container measures about 8 inches wide by about 5 inches tall. So it's about 8 by 5. And again, this is what I would believe in the little bit of research I did is this would have been probably the tin that they were using around Easter time. So I'm not seeing any more interest. That's okay. We're looking for 21 or more. Melissa has the top bid at 20. So if anybody's interested, please put in a bid. We're going to keep it moving and do a countdown. It would have been one pound of chocolate. So, and that would have been a lot of chocolate for the 1920s. So 21 or more, and we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, if you don't like the top, you could pop this open. I don't want to pop it open because it's full, but you could put grass in it, fill it up, use it as a little display. You could even use the things that you're going to get with it on the inside. So thank you so much, Karen G. And thank you, Kim, for being our backup. Amy, thank you for helping. Tina, all you guys. Melissa, it's yours for $20. Thank you so much and congratulations. All right, Bill.
Okay, choice for $7, Jason. Okay. And I think a lot of you have seen the Lefton. Lefton made some really great little figurines for Easter. There are bunnies. There are white ones and brown ones. I think Jason sold some brown ones last week.
White ones.
White ones. Yep. So somebody had some brown ones too. Well, I have the chicks tonight. I have 3 of these. They're 3 of the same little chicks. All of them remarkably still have their Lefton stickers on them, which to me is unusual because I have a whole bunch of these in my collection. So I have 3 of these chicks. The other thing that's unusual about them, I brought all the good ones tonight. There are no chips on the beaks, and all the little toes, I guess. Yeah, birds have toes.
Yeah, I
all
think
the
they're
little toes
Oh.
are, or talons. Talons?
I think they're toes. I think they're toes.
Yeah, they're all in good condition. None of them are chipped or cracked. And I have 3 to choose from. All of them still have their Lefton stickers. Now, the other animal in this series is the duck. And I have 3 ducks as well to choose from. Now, the ducks come in my now. There might be 3, but I know that there are 2 variations of the ducks. And all of the ducks that I have also have their Lefton stamps on them or stickers on them. And they're also in great condition, no chips or cracks. They're in amazing condition. I have 2 that have this open bill, this cute little open bill. And I have 1 that has a closed bill. So lots of really cute Easter goodness to choose from. I'm going to line it all up. But winning bidders can choose as many and whatever combination you want. But again, imagine what this would have looked like, Jason, in a little store. And I have white bunnies too, but I decided to keep them.
You're killing me. I can't even hold this much stuff to do a display like this at my own shop. That's
and
good.
The white bunnies are awesome because they have the pink eyes. The brown bunnies have like black eyes, but the white bunnies have pink eyes. Oh, and I should just tell you all, just so you can get a sense of the size, they're all roughly 4 inches tall. But super good, super good. It took me a long time to get this many. It really did. A lot of hunting because I love these little guys. I probably have this many in my case for myself. I'm going to start a countdown because it's getting crazy. So if you're interested, now's the time to get in. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. It is a whole flock.
Believe it or not, Bill, those ducks are super hard to find. Like you can get the bunnies and the chicks.
Bunnies and the chicks, you're right. You're absolutely right. The ducks are the tough ones for me, at least.
Gosh. And they're always $12, $15, $18 at the malls.
I know. Thank you for the bid end, Karen. I didn't say hi, Karen, tonight. Hi, Karen. So Audrey had the highest just in case. So Audrey, you have first choice at 23. There are 3 chicks and there are 3 ducks. With the ducks, there's 1 with a closed bill, 2 with open bills. And then Melissa, you're back up at 22. MJ Bear, good to see you. You're 18. And then was that all we had maybe?
No, I think you had a few more. So you had MJ and then you had Robin Watson. Well, you had Gina. No, actually Robin Watson, and I was right. She would be first, and then Gina would be next. And then you had Desert Gal. You had a bunch of people, Bill.
Okay. So there are up to 3 chicks you can choose, and 3 ducks, 2 that have the open bill, and you want everyone. Instant collection, Audrey. They're all yours. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Good score. All right, guys. $18 is my next item. And it is a motto. And I think the color scheme on this fit what I did tonight. I have to tell you, in selling some of these mottos, this frame is the best frame in any of them that I had. And this is definitely Nouveau and Deco and heading out of the 1920s in that era. Okay. If you guys are not familiar with what mottos are, they were the precursor to greeting cards. Okay. It was very, very, it was common practice at the turn of the century, especially in the 1920s, that when you had a something to celebrate, you gave somebody one of these mottos. And the mottos that are usually worth the most are usually the ones that are signed by a author or a poet. And this one, Dusty Moose, I see it at 18. And this one depicts friendship. And actually, the author or the poet on this one is Enos F. Hayward. And it says his name right there. And this one shows and depicts, first of all, this one depicts a castle up in the distance. It has, I want to get the glare off. It has this gorgeous Victorian couple in front of this gorgeous castle / cottage / downtown. And of course, the ones with the foiling in the back would have been more expensive back in the day. This one has that, and the details just repeat. So this has great, look at the scroll work all the way around. It's very whimsical. You can also see up here in the frame, it has the painted details, and that's all carved in there. So it is a wooden frame. The back, some of the paper on the back is loosening a little bit, although it does have its original detailed hanger, which I do love that effect to it, that's still there. The piece measures, and then we'll read what it says. The piece measures about 10.5 by 7.5. So again, when it comes to these mottos, a lot of the ones you find are for the wife, it's for mothers and things like that. A lot of these other ones that have to do with other sayings just aren't that easy to find. So this one is a poem about friendship. It is true friendship is a pleasant trail with winds. It's that winds its way over every hill and vow. We're sweet, forgive me nots. What is that? Abound. Yep, and all our worthwhile joys are found. So, and then also I did some research. He was a very known poet. Enos was, and a lot of his stuff was published. So you could find some of his poems in different publishings. And again, he was very well known for his poems being used, and he also wrote them for these mottos. So I won't hold it back, trying to get that glare off. It's kind of gnarly, but you can see that this original frame, I don't know, Robert. I don't know. I do know that I do believe he was a German poet. The motto itself, I believe this one was printed in America, which a lot of them were. But I don't believe that this is a German one. I couldn't find Germany stamped anywhere, but a lot of these were printed here in the U.S. But I do believe in the research I did. I think you are right. I'm pretty sure he was a German poet. Again, you can see very, very tasteful in, like, I would say the Nouveau area. Would you say that, Bill? Like that, like it screams it with the colors and everything. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Sometimes I get nervous when I call something. I don't want to be calling it wrong, because I know some folks look at something and think it's very deco or very Nouveau, but I do believe with the colors and things that this one is. So we're looking for 19 or more. Dusty has it at 18. Thank you so much. It's in very good condition. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see what you're saying, Robert. I mean, I do agree. But I do also agree that I believe that the poet was German. I do believe that he was Dutch or German, one of those two, in the things that I had, the bit that I read up on him. So there's the bid end. Noel had a 22. Dusty had a just in case of 40. Noel came back with a just in case of 111 for the bid end. So for 41, Noel, congratulations, it's yours. And yeah, no, that is very, very German, Switzerland, that kind of part of the world. Wouldn't you say, Bill, that kind of feel for things? I mean,
I do. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've traveled to that region, so.
Well, more so, I mean, that's where a lot of the fairy tales originated, and that has
Yes.
a very fairy tale background. So, yeah, I think it makes sense. All right. I have a couple cookie jars tonight, Jason. Again, just if anybody's interested. Yeah. I'm going to start this one at $100. And again, I want to disclose some condition, but I have the Miss Priss cookie jar. And as far as the Miss Priss cookie jars I've ever had, this one is spectacular. Let me show you the lid, because the lid is usually where there are some problems. And the biggest problem on the underside is a chip right there. This is how you see it from the side. It's right underneath this blue petal. Also on the lid, you see little tiny areas of wear on one side and the tiniest little flea bite at the top of the flower. But the flowers here, which to me is a big thing. In terms of the base, it's in really, really great condition. The only thing to note is a little rub on the ear right here. But she's amazing in all of her cuteness. Yes, this color blue, I don't know if they, I remember somebody, maybe it was Amy, saying that they didn't expect this to be the line that became so popular. But it really did come off, and people love her so much. And I know she'll find a home someday, so I'm not concerned about that. But I just thought maybe somebody here had been looking for her and wanted to add her before she goes back to the shop, or to the shop for the first time. She is 8 inches tall, and at her widest, she's about 8 inches from whisker to whisker. But she is super, super cute.
And that has minimal crazing. I have seen some of these that have deep crazing, I think from storage issues.
I'm not even sure I would say there is crazing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it with my new glasses.
I mean, and these cookie jars are not getting any easier to find, because as they get found, they end up right into somebody else's collection.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been noticing lately. I think I've seen it twice in the recent past. When someone gets a piece, they bought an entire collection. Someone just posted one recently. Somebody just posted that maybe it was Cindy.
It is Cindy. And Cindy's, she's going to make that available too, the whole collection.
But in an antique store on Long Island, at Rosie's Vintage, they got a consigner to consign their entire collection, and they had it all. They had like multiple butter dishes and stuff like that. But that's what I'm seeing, is that when people get them, they hold on to them for a while. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much for your bid. So with some interest, I'm going to go ahead and count her down, because she is looking for a home. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm not sure my voice is going to make it, Jason.
You're doing good, Bill. You got this. You got this. Hello, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Treasures by the Seas joining us. You got Jennifer back in at 110. Jennifer's in at 110. If you need me to call bids for you, Bill, you just say it.
No, I see it. So it's going to a kitsch collector. Congratulations, Jennifer. This is yours for 110. Congratulations. And thank you.
And guys, thank you all for joining me and Bill tonight. If you are not subscribed to Bill's channel, we made it really easy. We put the link right down there below. Please make sure you're following him. He puts out all kinds of content. Also, make sure you are following him over on Instagram. We put his link there as well. So this is the last bit of haul that I have, unless I find any more. And it's going to start, and I say only at 30, because these are some stately pieces, and I think they're good pieces for Easter. And you will now get to see that they are the same pattern. And Bill has said this a lot. They are the same pattern, but they always look a little bit different. So sometimes people will collect multiple pieces of the same pattern because they are a little bit different. So I have two pieces in the same exact pattern. They'll start at $30 each. First of all, I have this vase, and this is the Magnolia pattern, and it is in the ombre. That is great for spring and Easter. It goes from pink to peachy, like peachy yellow, down into the, Bill, I should have said it the other night, into like the periwinkle color blue that I love. So what I love about this one is how deco the style is. It's 1940s pottery, but it's very deco. It looks like a tulip, the way they did the top, and then it has double handles. There are no chips, there are no cracks, and there's barely even any crazing to it. And anytime I find this style vase by them, one of these pillars that I call it, although it's supposed to be like tassels hanging down, is chipped and damaged. There's no damage to this piece. It measures 8.5 inches tall. Let me get in. Of course, our hull, like this style of hull, always looks very muted, but it is very, very defined in person, and the color is a lot more vibrant in person than our cameras show. So this is the one side of it, and this is the other side with the double flower. You can see the open flower there. Bill, I never know what they call these flowers. Are they just plain old flowers, or would you say that's a rose, or?
It's the magnolia, Jason.
Well, it is the well, are magnolias yellow? I
Yeah.
didn't. Are they? I thought they were always pink. I thought
No,
this was the magnolia there. I thought it was two different flowers.
no, actually on the top, what you see aren't real petals. They're the sepals underneath the petals.
Got you. I
That's what we
always
see when magnolias open. The outside aren't petals. They're
got it.
protective layer. The
So,
petals are on the inside.
so that is the open one, and this. Okay. See, I always thought it meant just the closed one. See, I'm looking.
Magnolias are almost always some creamy color, like a
Gotcha.
white, an off-white, a light yellow, a pink
Okay.
sometimes, a
All
light
right.
pink.
I'm learning too. I didn't know that. So I always thought that that was the magnolia on that side, and that's the way it was. But now you're telling me that they all are, and then that, of course, is the opened one. Okay, I learned. So this one is stamped Hall here on the bottom. If it wants to show, it is a little muted, and it is the 8.5 inch. Okay, so if you're not interested in the vase, I have the same pattern, but I have what they call a vase, but it is the picture style or the or how do you say that, Bill? Is it the your?
You are.
No, you are. I am, you are. Yeah. So again, you can see the little difference in the color tone. You can see that actually the magnolias are a little more vibrant. Now I guess I see that they are the same exact flower. No chips, no cracks. This one is in very good shape as well. This is also the 8.5. So if you wanted to decorate with both of these, that's the way the two of them would look together. And of course, they do come in different colorways. This is your ombre of your pink into your cream, peach color, have you, and into your periwinkle blue down at the bottom. And again, they both measure just about 8.5 inches tall. No condition issues whatsoever. And again, this pottery, I guess we started talking about it last year, how popular pottery is going to be, I think, for this year. I mean, I see it on almost every few Instagram posts. People are showing, their pottery. I know it's selling a lot at the brick and mortar. And again, just $30 each if anybody's interested. So 1940s Hall pottery. These probably would ship separate because they are larger pieces. So maybe you guys need to think about it. That's okay. Again, it was $30 choice. No damage issues or condition issues to call on the Magnolia Hall. There is that side. Now, this one actually defuncts what I've been saying. It is the same pattern on both sides, okay? So there's that one more time. And then this one, again, I just want to show you guys, I think my favorite part is that it kind of, to me, mimics an opened flower here at the top. But we'll bring them back during the recap, and we'll move it over to you, Bill. Go ahead, sir.
I'm surprised at myself. I didn't bring a lot of glass, but I guess I wasn't bringing a lot of glass to the store because I already have quite a bit of glass there, as you know.
Yes.
But I did have this little gorgeous milk glass. I think it's a votive holder, although it could have been made to be a toothpick holder, but it seems to be a little bit bigger than most of the toothpick holders we have, which I think are probably little violets or violas hand painted on it. And $10, Jason. $10 per bit, if anyone's interested. I love the impression that is in the milk glass itself, creating a frame, really beautiful frame around the hand painting. Now, I don't know who the manufacturer is. I think we first go to Fenton when we see things like this, but I'm kind of thinking it's probably Westmoreland. There isn't a Fenton mark on it. And typical of Fenton, even if there's not a mark, the person who hand painted it usually would have signed it. And it could be Fenton, but my guess is it may be a Westmoreland piece. Nonetheless, it comes from our side of the country, and it's gorgeous.
It is.
Let me give you a measurement on it. It is 3 inches tall, and the diameter is 2.25 inches. So again, a little bit bigger than what we would expect for, trying to see if I have a votive, for a toothpick holder. Of course, I'm so not prepared because of my little issue today, but super, super pretty. The 3 little flowers painted on it, so springtime to me. I was going to nestle this right next to Miss Priss and put some little baby's breath on top of it. Oh, I had so many good ideas for that display.
Oh my gosh, you're going to give the other dealers a run for their money at Mother Tucker's, Bill.
Hey, isn't that part of that thing? Yeah.
No, it is. It is. No, it is. It is.
Has a beautiful scallop top, sawtooth top too, if you can't see it. A nice sawtooth top with a scallop. So yeah, really pretty. Little pretty piece of glass. You can stick lots of different things in if you are interested. And again, maybe this will end up at Mother Tucker's, just like I thought it would.
Again, like I was saying, you have a bid here with Melissa. How great. Put your toothpicks in. If you guys have a buffet coming up for Easter, cube that ham at Easter time and go ahead and use it as a toothpick as your buffet.
You know, Jason, remember that? Maybe you don't remember, but do you remember that goat that I had?
Yes.
That goat, that ceramic goat that you were supposed to
put the olive pits
in
yes.
and toothpicks.
Yes.
I love the idea of having something like this on your buffet to put the used toothpicks in after people have already used them.
There you go. Cool? I'm with you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. Thank you for your bid, Melissa. So we are looking for 11 or more if anyone else is interested. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's got to be an early pressed glass mold too. And I bet you're right with what.
So also, I should have said this came from the glass store. So if you all saw my most recent video of my 1 year later at the amazing glass store, she doesn't have run-of-the-mill glass. She only has the special glass. So that's what I'm thinking too. There's some story around this. I just didn't get it. Melissa, congratulations. It's yours for $10.
All right. And thank you so much, Karen G. and Kim, for being our mods and bid enders tonight. If you are not following Kim over on Vamp, Kim, please put that link in. Let's get some folks to head over after the sale. Maybe they can go over and shop a little with Kim. She's putting up some really good things. And Karen G., if you could please put in Gavin's link, let's get him a few more subscribers. Grady Gruppo's Vintage Recordings, $20. And on my sale with Amy, I hoarded a bunch of these early American pressed glass baskets. So I did my 2 large ones. I had 1 medium, which I'll have tonight. And then I have 2 small ones that will be it then. And they'll come for fantastic finds on Wednesday. So $20 if anybody's interested. This is the medium one. This one doesn't have any etching on it. It is just the paneled one. So if you didn't like the etched flowers on, this is the paneled basket. This one is the medium-sized one. It is early American pressed glass. This is probably from the 1920s or 1930s. I don't know the manufacturer because it's not marked. Most of these weren't, to my knowledge. Some might be stamped patent pending, but none had a mark as far as I know. Heck, it could be Heisey glass. They used to hide patterns, but I don't know. So this is your medium-sized one. You're going to get everything that's inside, and it measures 9.5 inches tall. So this is more modern-day grass. That will come with it. This is a little flocked bunny that you're going to get. And this bunny is not plastic. A lot of these early ones were like metal. They were like a little metal bunny that they then flocked. So this one is a little higher quality flocked bunny, and he's in very good condition. So he's going to come along. He is hollow, but the flocking on him is in flocking great condition. Again, you get the basket, the bunny, and then you're going to get one of these Victorian style glass blown eggs. There is a little bit of a mark on it. Maybe a magic eraser could take that off, but you are going to get the Victorian milk glass egg that comes with it. So all this for one money, and then you're going to get the vintage card here. So let me show you the card. Now the card has some weathering to it, but the card I believe is probably 1920s maybe. So it is an Easter card. So it is signed. I think pretty sure it was signed and used. No, I don't see a signature. It was signed in pencil on the back. So you are going to get the Easter card. It even has its original little fabric bow attached to it here. And I love how it has the embossing on it. So I'm trying to tilt it so you guys can see. It has the embossing on it. Is that thicker vintage. I believe that this card's probably, and you can see that there's a little bit of discoloration. The card is probably Victorian. I would believe the card's maybe 1900s to the 1920s. And again, you're going to get the card. Didn't measure the card. Thank you, Melissa. I see you in at 20. You're going to get the whole package. You'll get the glass basket all ready to go. So the card measures about 5 by 5. So, and God knows you don't want me to name what the flowers are, although I think it's an iris. Is that an iris, Bill?
It is. Good job. And Karen remembered. It's actually a bearded iris. It's my favorite type of iris. Yeah.
It is. So I'm not the garden guy here on the screen, guys. So I don't even pretend to. So you get the what I believe is a Victorian card. You also get the basket. So the basket is in very good condition. A lot of times if these aren't stored properly, they can get lines in them, stress fractures, and it is an applied handle here and there's no damage there. So all I did was I want to make sure. Oh, wait. And I also want to show you guys, look, there's butterflies. It has gorgeous, very in gold, like butterflies on it there. So I just kind of tucked that in the back there. And then again, you're going to get the little, sorry, buddy, I'm holding your face. You're going to get the little flocked Easter bunny. He's probably 1970s. He tucked in there, so cute. And then you're going to get the Victorian milk glass egg. So you get it all for one money. So right now we're looking for 21 or more. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. Melissa has the top bid. We are doing just in case, but you have to be an active bidder. So 21 or more. And remember, I have 2 small ones that'll be available on Wednesday. And then that's all I have until next year. And I want to do this at the store next year, Bill. So if you plan your big Easter display, I want to pop some of these. Just afraid, well, I got to do what you do. I got to get the cellophane and put that on it. There we go. So people can't mix and match their own baskets. All right. Sorry. I digress. 21 or more, counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you so much, Lisa. I put some pride into it. With Ariana, she got the juices going, and Amy, both those creative girls, along with Bill. I knew I was doing something with these baskets. I just didn't know what. So there is our bid end. So Melissa, thank you so much. It's coming to you for $20, and congratulations. All right, Bill.
I love learning about everyone's favorite flowers. Peonies are right around the corner, Gina. We don't have to wait too long. But the cosmos are going to be quite a while. You got to start them from seed. So I have some flower related things right now. And Kim, by the way, we don't get mail delivery at home. So I didn't go to the post office today, so I'm not sure if any packages came, but I will let you know when any do. I have a choice round starting at $20, Jason.
Okay.
And I have my favorite everyday pottery company, I should say. I have some good old American McCoy, and I have 2 pieces in the same design. First of all, I just love the shape of this one. This is McCoy actually calls this their planting dish. It's not, their planters are usually square, and when they have a nice long one like this, it's called their planting dish. And this is in their ever popular 1946 Blossom Time pattern. Speaking of flowers, though, no one's really ever come out and said exactly what flower this is. 5-petaled flowers are the hardest ones to identify because there are so many of them. But the leaf structure on this one is really interesting. So that's not a typical leaf structure. So it's probably a tropical. But anyway, it's gorgeous. Both of these pieces have a lot of crazing, and both of them do appear as though they were used. I agree. Gladiolus are beautiful too. And people who love irises often love gladiolus too because they have like the same flower shape. Yeah, I could talk about it all day long. I need to make some videos on YouTube. They aren't vintage, but in really good condition, as you can see, other than the crazing, and that they have been used. You can see that they have been used. So this is the planting dish. The planting dish is 3 inches tall, and at its longest, it's 8 inches long. If the planting dish is not something that suits your style, maybe the tall vase is. This is what, in the same pattern, Blossom Time, this is what McCoy called their tall vase. 6.25 inches tall, and at its widest, it's 3.5 inches. It's got their beautiful McCoy embossing on the bottom. And I don't let the McCoy go easily. So whenever I do bring them, you know that I've already got another one for myself. Yeah, they're super pretty. And this is not a huge collection. I think there were 2 different vases. One looks like an urn. There was the one planting dish, and then there were 2 sort of rectangular planters. I think those were the only 5 forms that this came in. But when you can find a couple of the different shapes, they just look so good together. In fact, I once had a planting where I had a plant in the bottom, I put a little brick in the middle, and I placed this one on top of it and had another plant kind of spilling out the top. It was really fun.
The yellow's the hardest to find in this pattern, isn't it? If instead of it being the cream like you have, if it has the yellow background, they didn't make a lot of it in yellow. I found a piece of it, but it's...
Yeah, I haven't ever seen a yellow one. That's interesting.
Oh, I should have messaged you. I'm so sorry. I thought you would have known yet. Oh my God. Yeah. If it's still there, I'll go. Yeah.
At least take a picture of it. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like these little one-offs that they did.
Yep.
Because as far I've only ever seen this creamy white color.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead. I've talked about it long enough. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. We do have a person who's interested in one of the pieces at least. So we're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We need to have a flower chat, everyone, because I can't even keep up with everything that's going on in the.
You should, Bill. You should go live and do a flower chat. You should.
I love calla lilies as well. They are gorgeous. There are so many good ones to talk about. And then the long-stemmed ones. You give me a foxglove or a hollyhock.
That's what you could do, Bill. You could bring your vases and do a flower chat, sell them, and chat. Honestly, you should.
I still need to train the nurses during the day, Jason.
But you could do it at night.
All right. Thank you, Abby. You have first choice at your bid of 20. Let me know if you wanted the dish or the vase, the planting dish or the vase.
You could actually, you could double dip, Bill. You could do it here, and then you could go do a different one over on Instagram.
But Jason, you have no idea. The gardening community on YouTube is 1,000 times bigger than the vintage community. There's so much competition.
And I'm sure, but I bet you could also cause a lot of controversy because I'm sure people would get heated about certain opinions on certain things that could get really controversial. So, okay, she wants to dish.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. All right. And the other one will come back for the recap, right, Bill?
Yep.
Okay. All right, guys. My next item is my most expensive piece for the night. It is going to start at $60. If you guys know what this is, you know that is a pretty doggone good price for a piece like this. And I was amazed that I found two. I had found two biscuit jars, also known as tobacco jars. Apparently, these are also the same size and also used for tobacco. I prefer to call them biscuit jars. This one is older than the one I offered last week. I'm not sure of the manufacturer of it, but a couple things can tell me that this is probably turn of the century, and this is in the English Flow Blue, okay? So you can see the blue on it. You can see the gorgeous. It fits the period, too, with the violets on it, and the gold paint or enameled paint on it is in very good condition for its age, okay? As I hold it, if you guys, and I'll geek for a second, if you guys are familiar with Flow Blue, it was very, very popular in the 1800s. They still continue to make things that are Flow Blue today. English Flow Blue wanted it very, very particular. The blue had to be painted a certain way, which is the cobalt blue, and it didn't run, okay? The imperfection, which is the Flow Blue that looks smeared on plates and things, the Americans loved and is coveted by the Americans. So when Americans collect Flow Blue, they want the plate that looks like the blue's been smeared and run like a watercolor, okay? This has English Flow Blue on it, okay? It has this gorgeous three-dimensional details on it all the way around, the texturing of it. It had what do they call that in the Japanese? The moriage. It's like a moriage effect almost, although I'm not sure it's called the same thing, okay? It has its original top. It has its original handle, which is very typical of turn of the century biscuit jars from England or tobacco jars. It is the original lid. It is stamped because a lot of these were stamped. If I can find it and get it, you'll see that it's stamped with an embossing, okay? It's not going to read too well, but the stamp on it, it's stamped EPNS, which basically stands for electroplated nickel silver, okay? Usually when they're stamped like that, they are the original lids, and they are usually turn of the century. So let me go ahead, pull the lid down. So this is a beautiful piece. If you guys know English turn of the century biscuit tobacco jars, this kind of a biscuit jar usually sells anywhere else and I hate to sound like a used car salesman, but usually sells for about $200 or $300. Okay?
Yeah, I will repeat that. I've been obsessed with these lately. I've been researching them a ton, and you're right. Like, to find them affordable is almost, I mean,
virtually
I want to say
impossible.
impossible, but it's very difficult.
They are very much a niche audience. They are very locked up in collections. I'm amazed that I found the two that I did. Even like Ariana said in our sale last week, they had to have come over from England. They weren't mass produced and shipped over here. So something like this had to come over either as a souvenir or a gift or somebody who moved. So I want to just do it some justice. Sorry about the glare, guys. You can see the lattice style work here to the swoop there. It has these gorgeous hand-painted violet flowers on it. The coloring is in very good condition. There's absolute no damage here at all. I could not find an exact one like this. A lot of them had pansies on it and things like that, some oranges. This one is all Easter spring style colors and feels. That's why I thought I would offer it. And again, I can understand that some people aren't necessarily into it, and that is okay. It repeats up here on the top. But again, this would be considered one of the English turn of the century biscuit jars in the Flow Blue, okay? So if you are used to American collected Flow Blue, you say, Jason, you're wrong. English liked their Flow Blue more
Crisp.
Crisp, thank you. Words are tough. More crisp than the way the U.S. liked it. And actually, the U.S. started liking their defective pieces, which were pieces that ran. So let me get in here one more time. I won't belabor it. We can bring it back in a recap. But again, if anyone's interested at $60, you could have a antique biscuit or tobacco jar. I do believe that this one has the original finial on it. I do believe that the handle is original to it. There's no bends to it. With the handle, you can start to originate. Thank you, Dusty. I see you in at 60. I was talking too much. You can start to originate the era that this came over or was produced in England. And again, it is English pottery. And the gold gilding is in very good condition for a piece that is well over 100 years old. So,
and I am loving the mixture of the ceramic and the metal together. That's kind of what first drew me into these. I really, really love it.
Me too. And then if you guys look here on the inside, they actually bring the porcelain up. I'm not going to be able to show it. And the porcelain actually is raised, and then the metal cast goes on it. Hello, Patty. Good to see you. Hopefully Patty, did you lose power too up there in New Jersey? So again, 61 or more. I didn't give you guys measurements on it. And I do believe, like I said, it is the original lid on the antique biscuit jar. 5 inches tall without the handle. So 5 inches tall from the base to about here. And then when you measure in the handle, it comes in at 6.5 inches tall. So sorry, Bill, just let me show one more time, spin it around. It even has the green details up here on the top. Gorgeous turn of the century, probably earlier part of that, more into the 1800s, biscuit jar or tobacco jar. We're at 60. Let's go ahead and count it down just in case for active bidders. We're looking for 61 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Patty, you're just joining in. It is the original lid, and it does have the right stamping on it to prove that this is the turn of the century. A little bit of crazing on the inside, but overall good condition. There is the bid end. We had Dusty's just in case of 75. So Dusty, congratulations. It is yours for $63. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I want to see someone with a cabinet with 12 of those, all different shapes and sizes. Martha Stewart never did that to my knowledge, but I don't know why I'm so obsessed with those lately.
I want to get my hands on the pickle jars, the glass pickle jars. I can never source them to resell them. Never. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna dial it back from that, everyone. We're gonna start at $7 for choice, and I have two of the same, nice and simple. We'll do this nice and quick. I have these two adorable little egg cups. They are unmarked, so I don't know, probably Japan, but I don't know where they came from. And they have these beautiful aqua turquoise interiors. Both are in great condition. I've owned this model once before, and the beaks on both of mine before were really, really chipped up. And these are in great condition. And as you can see, it's the little chick bursting out of the egg. You can see all the little cracks around the chick. So the chick is just coming to life, breathing oxygen out in the air for the first time. And it is just over 2.25 inches tall. Super, super cute. I love these now to display the vintage paper mache eggs in them. That's kind of what I've been using them for. Or the Victorian milk glass ones too. Those would be beautiful, but they tend to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, so just $7 for choice if anyone's interested in adding some little beautiful egg cups to their collection.
I've never seen them with the little Demitas style handle on them. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
cute? I haven't either. I think it's cute. It's like you could put your soft-boiled egg on the inside and drink it out of the cup, almost.
Agreed. Agreed. Gosh,
Yeah,
they're
really,
so
really
cute. The little chick popping on through there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Love
Yeah,
it.
and lots of different things you can do with egg cups to, for your displays. I'm going to go ahead and count it down because I told myself once a bid came in, I was going to count it down. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get your bid in. We're looking for 8 or more for choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jason, both of Patty's last comments need to be highlighted. Maybe for eggnog shots, she says.
Yeah.
And then before that, did you see that she said that it was definitely a biscuit jar and not a tobacco jar?
Yes.
And I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. And I was going to say that. Patty, thank you for that information. I didn't know the difference either. It would have to have for a little moist area to keep the tobacco moist, like a sponge. All right.
So let me know if you wanted one or both. Thank you so much.
Dusty Moose, I do too. I could go for a good glass of eggnog. All right, just $10. And Bill's a hater on the nog for some reason. I don't understand why. So $10. And I have a piece of Fenton Silver Crest. I do believe, and I brought the price down right before I offered it because I think there's 1 or 2 areas where the violets might have a little bit of wear. Okay, so I was going to offer it a little bit more. I believe they might have a little bit of wear, but I still think the piece shows very nicely. So what I was speaking of is I kind of feel like there's maybe a little bit of wear right here to the top one right here, quite possibly. I don't know, but a lot of these were hand painted, and I just believe they would be a little thicker on the purple. So it is this gorgeous little crimped bowl, could be a little rose bowl, could be used just as a display. I also feel like some of the violets in there are a little muted more so than they should be, but it still displays beautifully. It measures 5 inches tall, about 4 inches wide. Gavin, I was going to use your information and try to research the person's name. It is stamped Fenton. I couldn't make it out fully to do that. So I'm getting a Nancy G. I think there we go. I'm getting like Nancy and GR.
Like Gribble.
Gribble? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Bill. So I see you in Trina at 10. So we're looking for 11 or more. And again, I just feel like right before I offered it here, I just kind of feel like Fenton would have painted that a little better. But the weirdest thing is that the piece doesn't feel like it should have a ton of wear. Maybe it was just cleaned multiple times and some came off. Thank you, Patty. I see you in at 12. But there's no chips at all here to the crimping and the silver crest. It is the hand painted. It is stamped Fenton right there on the bottom. And again, it is this gorgeous little crimped little flower dish. Great for your Easter decor. I'd put a little grass in there, pop a little peepee out, like maybe if you got Bill's Lefton peep, you could have that popping out of there. Or
I'm sorry, Jason, pop a little what out?
Pop a little peep out of there, Bill. Pop a little peep.
I thought you said something different.
No, I don't know what you thought I said. I said
I'm going to listen to it on the replay.
Pop a little peep out of there.
You got another syllable in there.
No, I didn't say nothing dirty. So again, I just feel like there's a little bit of wear to some of those, But overall, if I quit moving it, you can see, let's hold it still for a second, Jason. Let's show you all the other details.
Karen heard what I heard, Jason. Karen
what
heard
did
the same
she
thing.
hear? Just be careful. I heard PP. I didn't say that. No, I said pop a peep out of that. Hey, what you do with your vintage in the privacy of your own home is up to you. And I just feel like there's a little bit of wear there on the ones on the inside too. Maybe it is from popping flowers out of there. So, all right, let's go ahead and count it down. Secret stat. Okay, Noelle. And again, what y'all do with your vintage in the privacy of your own home, Patty, you heard it too. I swear I didn't say it. I said it really. I didn't.
Watch it on the replay, Jason. Watch it on the replay.
Okay, I will, although I didn't say it. So Patty has it in at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown just in case for active bidders from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Robert, don't feel sad for poor Tina. Don't feel bad for Tina. All right, maybe you should all feel bad for Tina.
Jason, I keep telling you that's Karen.
Oh, it is Karen. That is. Oh my God, it is. Karen, I'm so sorry. Yes, that's right. Y'all met up at the store the one day. Yes, I know who it is. I'm so sorry. So, Patty, it's yours for $12. Thank you so much, and congratulations. And thank you all for the interest in all the bids. All right, Bill.
All right, again, $85, Jason, because again, I'm just bringing what I was going to bring to the store. I said I had some cookie jars tonight, and Miss Priss wasn't the only one I had. I also have the Dainty Miss by Lefton, if anyone was looking to add her to their collection. Now, she doesn't have any major chip under her lid like Miss Priss did, or not major, but a chip. But she does have little flea bites around where we typically see them. Like I see one right here. Not on her flower, believe it or not. And I've seen this flower completely, ravaged before. There might be one. There might be two on the lid that you can feel.
They all heard it. I'll go back. I'll go back and watch.
Jason, I'm sorry to say, because you did say it.
I didn't say it, but it sounded like a.
And then she does have this one rub here on her bonnet.
Right.
But again, she's in super great condition. And if you aren't familiar with Miss Priss or Miss Dainty Miss, she's almost the exact same size as Miss Priss is.
John, apparently I pulled a U. Except I said pee-pee instead of Venus. So, yes.
No, you did. You did say it. There's no doubt you did.
I don't know.
But again, she's super good. She does have a couple of little flea bites here and there in the places we normally see on Dainty Miss. Now, Dainty Miss has a lot of companion pieces, I think, as a lot of you know. Not quite as many as Miss Priss does. Miss Priss has a whole kitchen full. Dainty Miss doesn't have as many, but she does come in other hair colors, which I think is always interesting. So fun. She is, as I said, about the same size as Miss Priss. She's 8 inches tall, and she's 7.5 inches from side to side. So just in case someone was looking to add her to her collection, I thought I would bring her tonight. $85.
I never have had the opportunity to buy one of these cookie jars, and if I did, it was nowhere near $85. Like that.
I've seen them a couple times, but I've always passed because for some reason I always see the top of this flower completely gone. I don't know why. So there, to my knowledge, there may be more, but there is a teapot as well, a sugar and a cream or salt and pepper. But those are usually the 5 that I see most commonly. I don't see, there may be other pieces, but I don't see them. Oh, there's a wall pocket. There's a wall pocket. I don't know if there's anything else. But anyway, we'll bring her back at the recap, or she'll be at Mother Tucker's before you know it.
All right. All right, guys. I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and it's just going to be $14, okay? I know and hope, I think folks still love to decorate with chalkware, and I have a gorgeous, chubby little bunny who is made of chalkware just for $14, okay? I believe he's probably from the 1940s. He's in very good condition. He has a lot of texture. You can see the way they molded him. He's got these cute little pink ears and little pink eyes and a little pink nose. So there is nothing but, I want to see if I can find, there's still a piece of tape on the bottom, but there was a stamp. Here it is. There's a little number here on the back, okay? So I'm not sure if that's a mold number, but it's stamped in there pretty good. So I don't know who made him, but he's definitely that era of the 1940s, maybe even earlier, Chalkware. Like, he's that typical carnival prize, you know, heavy piece of Chalkware, no chips to report. He's just this darling little chubby bunny. I mean, honestly, I had to measure, and I'm going to say a word, Bill. I had to measure his girth. Like, he's a girthy little fella. Like, he measures, where were his measurements at? He is 4 inches wide. He comes in at about his chubbiness 3 inches, okay? And then he's about 3.5 inches tall.
He can shop for clothes in the Husky Boy section like us, Jason.
He can. He's not such a big, he's a more big than he is on the tall side. So, but they even gave him a little detail here above the eye. I just think he'd look so cute tucked in your Easter display, maybe all year round. But no chips, no cracks. But again, you can see on the underside here, he is poured Chalkware. I just think he's a gorgeous. He's going to have, baby. You're right, Patty. Absolutely. And just let me get in here and show the great details. Again, it's very primitive, very folk arty, yet very kind of mid-century and kitsch, all in the same token. No chips to the ears, no issues, but it's just a nice large piece of Chalkware in very good condition. I didn't do a lot of cleaning to it because it does have a little patina to it, which I think gives it a little bit of texture. So go for it, Amy. He's definitely a chubby. He's a big old marshmallow. He's a big marshmallow bunny.
I thought he looked like a snowball too, Bridget. That's what I was seeing.
You are correct. And let me get my black paper. I feel like he's getting washed out, but he is just so doggone cute and darling. And he's coming in just at about, how tall did I say he was? He's about 3.5 inches tall. So Gina's got him at 14. We're looking for 15 or more. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid. And I remember playing that game, seeing Karen said chubby bunny. Remember, you have to put so many marshmallows in your mouth and see how long you could say like chubby bunny and some other things. Did you ever do that when you were in school, Bill?
Well, we use Peeps and we put those in our mouth.
Gotcha. It was
Peeps,
like
Jason, Peeps.
Peeps. That's what I said. I slurred it together, but that's what I said. So, Melissa, congratulations. The chubby bunny is yours for $16. All right, Bill.
All right, I have a $10 choice, Jason, and I have, typical of me, I brought some wall art. I brought some little ones though, some florals that you can pop into little areas of your wall where you need a little bit of something. I have this first gorgeous rectangular one that is matted with a really nice frame, which is in good condition. And it was professionally framed, as you can see on the back. It still has its hanger. But it is a gorgeous assortment of roses and another one of my spring favorites, white lilacs. I think it's really, really romantic and gorgeous. Just trying to give you a good look on it. And it is 12 inches long, a really good size, because rectangular ones that are situated this way can be really hard to find if you have this sort of space on your wall. They're also great to put in the back of a bookcase or a shelf to kind of frame things in the front. And it's 5.5 inches from top to bottom. Really, really pretty. The other one I had, which I think is a bit older, just based on what the back it looks like, is this gorgeous 6 by 7 inch framed bouquet with a lot of different flowers in here. I see wild roses and peonies and lots of other things, lots of other beautiful things. Now, I do see these two little white specks. They're under the glass. My suspicion is that they're pieces of paper that, as you can see, the back of it is not all that in good condition. I did not remove the nails to see if I could remove those little pieces of paper, but they are there. It's never bothered me. And again, this is a nice thick frame. So if you were to put this on a surface, it would stand on its own, either up against the back of a bookcase or, you know, even on a table. But it's super, super pretty. And I think together they look lovely as well.
They do. You're finding some good gallery wall stuff, Bill.
Well, a lot of them were ours, and as we have limited wall space, so we bring new things in, and Chris gets a new cabinet for his collectibles, and we lose some more wall space. So anyway, I love them, and I've always got things like this tucked in the back. Actually, Jason, back there, you can see the motto I got from you.
Oh, yes, you can.
Back of my bookcase.
Yes, you can. Yep.
I always have stuff in the back of my bookcases. I love it. I love the layering. Is that what? Yeah, the layering. That's what it's called. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown. So the choices are for this foot-long, rectangular, gorgeous rose and lilac bouquet, or this 6 by 7 inch, sort of almost square. So the first one is 12 by 5.5, 12 inches long, 5.5 inches tall. This is about 6 by 7, just about 6 by 7. So I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 12 or more. I'm going to show the backs, even though I know Kim meant she was back into the chat and not wanting to see the backs. But I did want people to see one more time what the backs look like. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And we'll just claim them by long or by square, even though it's not a perfect square. I know, for all you mathematicians out there, just easier that way. Thank you, everyone, for your bids. And there's the bid end. So Karen had a JIC of 15. Carol had a just in case of 17. Carol, you have first choice at 16. Can you let me know if you wanted long or square? And then Karen, you have backup. And then Beth, you have backup at 13. And Paula, I'm sorry, your 20 came in right after the bid end.
Gosh, they're so good. How can you choose?
Yeah, I like them too.
And those are always good. The one there to put in like in between the doorways. Second one you were showing, it's a good in between two doors.
Or over the doorways. Actually, that's what this one was. This was over an archway.
Yep.
In the house. So Carol's going to take the square one. So Karen, if you wanted the rectangle, let me know. And if not, it goes to Beth if you wanted it. And if both of you want to pass, that's fine as well.
I got a feeling Beth might be in if Karen's not. She asked you the dimensions, remember?
I just want to make sure there wasn't anybody else. That was everyone.
She's taking the long one.
Okay, Karen, thank you so much. Thank you all.
All right, guys. $25, and you're going to get both of these, okay? Because I'm a balanced person, and I found these together, and I got to keep them together. I believe these are borderline antique. I believe they are made by Tiffen Glass, and Tiffen Glass started making glass around the late 1800s, around the 1890s era. So these are black amethyst. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys the purple or the amethyst in them, but when you have them up under direct light, it is the darkest purple that I have ever seen in this thin style, Tiffen style glass, okay? Like I say, there is a little bit of paint wear, but there are no chips. And you can tell these are older pieces because look at the crimping, how different they are. See if I can show you. You can see that each one is crimped just a little bit differently, all right? But they are bud vases. I do believe that they are almost 100 years old, and you can see all of that gold enameled paint on there, that gorgeous, almost Deco Nouveau scroll work on there. These are dainty little pieces of glass, almost like Bristol. So this one has a lot of the gold striping left to it. Here you can see at the base here you can see at the outside, a lot of the gold is still present. There you go. Now you can really see how gorgeous these are. And they are reading black on your screen, but they are dark, dark amethyst. So, and again, I believe these are probably 1920s, 1930s glass made by, I just drew a complete blank, made by Tiffen. And you can kind of see the purple showing through. So you'll get them both. This one has the best paint, and they measure about 10 inches tall, okay? So here is your other one. This one probably got used a little bit more. You can see it is missing a little bit of the enameled paint on it. But this one seems to have more of the gold around the rim. All that is hand painted on there. And this one is missing a good portion of it around the outside. But if you were to put these two on a mantle, they're going to display very, very nicely. They're gorgeous bud vases. They're going to look good in your Victorian decor. I thought they would look good in your Easter decor, and they do read.
Halloween, Jason. Those are great.
Okay. All right. Good point. Good point. And let me get in here on this scroll work. That's what sold me on these. I think these are just adorable. Adorable. I think they're gorgeous. Gosh, words are hard for me today. So there you can see the great detail on it. And again, I do believe these are made by Tiffen glass, and they would be their bud vases. I don't know if I hold it there. If I just kind of tilt it a little bit here, you can start to see the purple right there. So you can see that these are dark, dark purple. And you're right, Bill. They are very Halloween. Although I'm big in using purple in my Easter. I really love using purples in my Easter. Thank you so much, Becky. I see you for 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. And again, I do believe that these are hinged antique. And I do believe they are made by Tiffen glass. So my camera is not picking up the detail on that gorgeous scroll. And again, there is some paint wear to it. One of them, so this is the first one I showed you. Although what's weird is it seems the one that has the most paint has a little paint wear up here on the rim, yet everything is still intact down here. I'm just amazed as much of it still remains. And then there is a little bit of wear right there to the base. But these are thin, thin pieces of glass. There we go. Now this one's really showing, and it is the same repeating detail on it. I couldn't find a quote pattern anywhere, but I could find multiple places that said, or multiple places that all agreed that it was Tiffen, and I felt confident enough to go ahead and say that it is Tiffen glass. So, all right, we're at 25. Thank you so much, Becky. We're looking for 26 or more. Again, they're in very good condition. They do measure 10 inches tall, and they are very, very delicate, almost depression style glass. I would say more so if you're used to the feel of Bristol glass. That's how lightweight these are, and they're just gorgeous. And they are the black amethyst. So let's count them down, 26 or more, from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Now my camera's not doing them justice.
Noelle, I wish there was a way to do silent bidding when I bid, like for the last 2 years. I was like, is there a way I can just bid where nobody knows it's me?
Right. There is. You got to create another screen name and then just let all the buyers know who you are. That's what you got to do. All right. There is our bid end. Smalls got in there at the very end with 27. Glowy, I'm sorry, your 28 came in after the bid end. So Smalls, congratulations. They're yours for $27. Oh, God, these are so cute. And I'm sorry that my camera didn't do them justice. So they'll look better in person. All right.
I love the whole conversation going on tonight. It's so fun. So we brought a bunch of Easter critters tonight, but I don't think we represented this one. So I'm going to bring it. It's going to start at $15 if anyone's interested, Jason. I have this awesome little sugared lammy that's actually a lamb angel. Has a little halo on it. And I know it's Japan. It's actually stamped Japan, very small on one of the hoofs, little Japan stamp. I'm not sure if this is Arn art or not. Amy may know if she's still here. I forgot to ask, but I've seen it before, and I've always seen it with broken petals. And on this one, the petals are in, I'm just going to double check again, they're all in great condition. She has this little flowered collar. How adorable is that? This little lamb angel.
So good.
So cute. No chips, no repairs. The legs are all as they were when it was first made, and just covered in this amazing sugaring. So little green collar on, and she stands 4 inches tall and is about 3 inches long. Yeah, that's what I thought, Amy. No maker.
These little halo wearing kitschy animals are surprisingly they're surprisingly hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this one only in stores before, but with broken flowers. Not something that at least in my area, I see a lot. Woolworths, really, William?
Okay.
Interesting. Maybe they were the importer.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Well, oh no, he's pulling our legs. Wool, get it? Woolworth.
I'm still here for it.
I love that. Well, I got you, William. I got you.
Yeah. I'm here for it, though.
These could have been sold at Woolworths, actually.
I'm sure they probably were.
Time period.
Absolutely.
Great time period. Well, we have a bid, so I'm going to start a countdown because I think we only have one more round after this, right?
No.
I got the number right. You have 2.
I have one more item, and then we're in a recap.
Oh, are we? Perfect.
You might have one more because our numbers might be off.
Oh, did you get 2 done before I got in?
I don't remember.
I do have. I'll do a quick claim for my last one.
Okay, well, you can do 2 in a row. I'm cool with that. Whatever it takes, Bill. I'm cool with it.
Well, I'm going to count this down as I promised. Patty's in at 16. Ew, you. That's funny, Amy. I love the chat tonight. It's been fun. I'm glad I got my internet back. So we're looking for 17 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's a face only a mother could love, honestly.
Oh, no, that's an angel's face.
No, that's a Woolworth face. That's what that
I
is.
actually think lambs are, if animals were to be angels, lambs are an appropriate choice, I think.
I hear you.
All right, so it looks like it goes to William for 17.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm kind of sad that I waited to bring this guy last because he was my favorite thing for tonight. So $16, and I have this cute little plushy Knickerbocker, big-eared, floppy-eared bunny that I believe he's from the 1970s, okay? He's in really good condition. He's almost got like a mohair kind of feel to him. Now, he does have some of that armature a little bit in the ears. I don't want to go thrusting his ears forward too hard, okay? But his ears are brown in the back, and he's definitely all ears on deck because he wants to hear everything that you want to talk about with Easter time coming. So he is so cute that his felt is still intact. He's got these cute little blue eyes. He even has his original. Now, he's part of a series that they did, and the series was Animals of Distinction. Was it Animals of Distinction? Yes. Yeah. So that was a series they did. He even has his original tag. It's in very good condition. There is your more 1970s, maybe very early 80s Knickerbocker tag. And he's just this cute little bun. I love the ears. I love the ears on him. Again, you could bend the ears up if you want to. I didn't want to. I liked him the way I found him because he's all ears on deck. He's just there to hear. So you can see he's got his little paws right here, his little feet, and then he's got his little nubbins in the back. He measures about 7 inches long. So about 7 inches long. He has his original pink little bow. It's a little wrinkled. It might need a little relaxing, but it's still there. There are no funky smells, no funky issues. And he's got his little tongue right there, but he is just so cute. And I thought, how cute would he be in a little Easter basket? So he'd make a cute little Easter bunny. He's got that like two-tone he's tuning in something, Amy. He's kind of so derpy that I think he just needs a home, and I thought he was super cute. So I had to grab him, and you can feel there is like an armature in here almost. Yeah, you can feel the wire, but I didn't want to bend the wire too much. So I guess I could. It's that flatter wire but they will bend. They will bend down and bend forward. You just have to work at it a little bit, but I didn't want to. So you could bend his ears back down if you want to, or out to the side, however you want. I just didn't want to do it too much because I was afraid that it might hurt him, and he'd be easier to ship with his ears back. So $16 if anybody's interested on the little bun. He is made by Knickerbocker on this side. Let me show you right there. In very good condition. I actually remember these from my childhood. I was a sucker for the blue eyes on this guy. It's like he's staring right into your soul, but he is just so kitschy cute. And he's probably listening to your stories right now, everything you're saying, and he could just fly into your home. But if no one's interested in him, I may just keep him for myself. But he was $16 if anyone's interested. And we'll switch it back to you, Bill. You said you had one more, right, sir?
Well, you started. So that it just, yes. I usually start. So that means I usually, anyway.
That's right.
That's the difference. Does anybody know Nestor, the long-eared Christmas donkey Christmas special? He reminds me of a friend of Nestor's. Nestor's the donkey that carried Mary to Bethlehem, and he used to trip over his ears because his ears were so long.
I do.
It's such a sad story because, like Bambi, Nestor's mother dies at the beginning of the movie in a snowstorm. It's horrible.
I swear I didn't say PP though, although I did right now. But
I
didn't say it.
Totally did.
No.
All right, I'm going to do a quick claim, anyone, and I have two. So I'm going to show you the items. Then I'm going to tell you what the price for each one of them is. Same price for each one. And then I'll give you a letter. And if anyone's interested, the first person to type the letter in will claim the item. I have two of these awesome made in Japan. One of them, this pink one, has the made in Japan tag on it. These, they used to be floral picks. You can actually see where the floral pick used to be inserted.
Gotcha.
They're little flock chicks. This one has all of the pink going on. She is 4 inches tall. The only condition issue is that there's a little bit of lace missing here on the front, or I think there is, or maybe it's turned over. But other than that, super, super cute for this little flock chick. And then they have a partner chick. This one with this blue hat with the pink feather on it, and then this sort of detail on the chest. Same size. They're both 4 inches. They have these metal feet, which they actually stand really well too. Sometimes you need to splay the little toes out a little bit. This one does not have the made in Japan peep. Yeah. We were talking about peeps a lot, actually, William.
Yes, we were.
And we were talking about peeps that had multiple syllables as well. Or Jason was, at least.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bill. That's crazy talk.
The is in really good condition on these. They're just really, really sweet. So they will be $10 for choice. If anyone is interested in these flocked chick floral picks, it will be the first person, if anybody, to type in the letter D as in duck, because these are chicks. So Amy, I see your D. Let me know if you wanted blue or pink. And then Patty, you are backup if there's anything left.
I think their fate is headed to an assemblage, maybe a kitsch can.
They are yours, Amy. Congratulations and thank you.
Good score. All right, Bill, we did it, sir. All right. We have a recap, right?
We do, and because I went last, you have to explain the recap. That's the rule.
Okay, all right. You're making the rules as we go, but I'm here for it. So, guys,
I have stuff to write down.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our recap, and we're going to show you things that didn't sell. Maybe you guys need a little more time. Maybe you weren't here. We will quickly show you the item. We will quickly describe the item. Then we'll give you the price. Please, in the comments, put the name and the price because of the lag and everything. And if more than one person is interested, it will turn into a bid. I will, Dusty. So if more than one person is interested, it will turn into an auction again. Just to make it fair for everybody, we will do a quick countdown. Just in Play still is in play. And Karen G will then close it out with a bid end. So what we've been doing here with the lag here of late, seeing that it's been so wonky, we will wait a few moments after the first person claims it. Then we will give it to them. So if you claim it instantaneously, please don't be offended. We will wait a few moments just in case somebody else comes in because we want to make it fair for everybody. So we want anyone to get anything that they wanted tonight. So Bill, that means you get to go first.
I know.
There you go, sir.
And William, that comment was hilarious. Did you see what he said? He's
No.
like, yeah, and Amy needs those before Thursday because her handcrafted show is on Thursday. Amy, my dear, they will be in the mail to you tomorrow. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, everybody. So I have a few things. I have Dainty Miss cookie jar looking for a home, $85 if anyone is interested in her. I did point out that she does have a few very small chips, the kind that people usually call flea bites. I don't call them flea bites because they're bigger. Fleas bite, they're little tiny chips. But anyway, she's in super good condition, looking for a home. $85 if anyone's been looking to add her to their collection. She is really, really fun. I also had some of my condiment jars, my Japan ceramic condiment jars. They were starting at $36 each if anyone was interested. They're all in great condition. I had the melons, Jason, which we think are for marmalade and jam, but they could be for other things as well. So the melons would be $36 if anyone's interested. Isn't that funny? The watermelons are pretty cool. So if anybody does want any of these, just put a little one word in since they're all the same price. So the melons were $36. I also have the tomatoes, which are also in great condition, including a winking tomato. So $36 if anyone's interested in the tomatoes. All right, William, we got the watermelons. The melons are yours. Congratulations.
You just like saying melons now, Bill, don't you?
It never appealed to me until you made fun of it earlier. You pointed it out earlier. Until you pointed it out.
Facts. I'm stating facts.
Okay. All right. And I also had the apple cruets with the nice little cork stoppers in them. Also $36 if anyone was interested. No mark on the bottom of those. Jason, do you want to do a few and then come back?
Yes.
Organized?
Absolutely. So for $15, I had two of these. They were identical. I had one left. They still have their original California pottery made by Rio Hondo. They are the little chick. I say they. I only have one left. It's a little chick with the little cart that they made like an Easter bunny, and I think they made a few other ones. So these are little toothpick holders or little planters, but I thought super cute for your Easter display. No chips, no cracks, maybe light crazing. $15. Just put chick, $15, not peep, but chick, $15. Plus, it's nice that it still has its original tag. You almost never find Rio Hondo with its original tag. So chicken. Oh, Patty got you for the chicken. It's well, I said we'd wait a moment or so. But Patty, I don't think anyone's going to go in. So we'll just wait a moment. I want to stick to my word. Patty, it's yours. Thank you so much. So I got you, Patty, for the chicken, not to be confused with peep. So then I had for $30 choice, I had the Magnolia Hall.
You did have another claim on the chicken right after Patty's.
Oh, did I? That's okay. Gina, I already called it for Patty. So Gina bid to, okay. So then we'll do a quick countdown. Okay. We'll do a quick countdown. Thank you, Patty. So Patty was in at 15. So Gina, you'd have to come in at 16 or more to break the tie since Patty was in first. So let's go ahead and do a quick countdown. Gina, if you're interested, just put in a 16 and then we'll bid this out. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 16 or more. Patty has it right now at 15. And guys, don't worry. I mean, we just try to, okay, she says it's okay. So we'll just call it then again to Patty. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll make it official with the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. So Patty, the chicken is yours. And I do have a bunny I will be bringing to maybe the Valentinos on Friday. So I had the Hull pottery. These are larger. So I understand it does take a certain collector who wants to pop these in their home. They both are the Magnolia pattern from the 40s, both stamped. It's the same color from the ombre, from the pink into the peach into the periwinkle. It was $30. If anyone's interested, this is the picture one. So you would just put picture, $30. There are no chips. There are no cracks. Believe it or not, Hall Pottery is making a comeback, and the price of this is going up. But this was still part of my original haul, and these are the last two pieces that I have. No chips, no cracks. They both measure 8.5. They are also marked on the bottom, Hall, and they are actually marked 8.5. And this was one of the times, Bill, that they actually measured the 8.5. So this was the other piece that I had. This is the larger vase. I do love the flower effect to it. If anybody was interested, just put in either vase. We'll put in pitcher for 30 or vase for 30. No chips, no cracks. Both of these I've learned now are the Magnolia in very good condition. I love that they mimicked like these tassels hanging down. That's what these are. They're supposed to mimic tassels. And then these are the handles. No chips, no cracks. Patty, I got you for the vase at 30. We'll just wait another moment for the lag. So, and then we still have the pitcher. The pitcher was still available in at 30. And again, I should have said this at the beginning. If anybody's watching this during the recap, please reach out to us sooner than later. Some of the pieces might be heading to Mother Tucker's, like Bill said. So, but reach out to us in the next couple days if you watch this on a replay. And we can always get you invoice. I have one more thing, Bill, but we'll turn it over to you, and then I'll end us out then.
Okay, so I have my pottery as well. If anyone was interested in the beautiful white rose 1940 Roseville vase, it was $44. And let me remind you of the condition issues. Again, reflected in the price. There is a rough spot on the white rose around this side, right here. And then at the bottom, there is a chip that someone, and this was very common at the time, they used like these green waxed pencils to sort of color over. But it's a beautiful piece of 1940 white rose Roseville with these really gorgeous handles on it. So $44 for the vase, if anyone is interested, the Roseville vase. And then I have the McCoy vase in the Blossom Time pattern. This was $20 if anyone is interested. Great condition, but crazing. This Blossom Time was always crazed. Crazing on all four sides, but really great condition. This vase was, here's my ruler. It was 8 inches tall, I think. It was 6.5 inches tall. I was a little wrong about that. So you could write McCoy 20. And that's all I had, Jason.
All right. And you got—
Thank you, Paula. I see your bid of 20. As long as nobody else comes in the next couple of minutes while I'm talking and extending this, the vase is yours. Congratulations.
And Patty, thank you for both of those claims. I was too busy moving around to say thank you for claiming the haul, and thank you for claiming the Rio Hondo. We'll get the recap back up here if I can find it. I had the little bunny with the crazy ears. Where the heck did it go? That's all right. We'll just take it off. So I have one last item, and he was $16 if anybody was interested. So his ears just need to be bent down a little bit, but I kind of like
perfect the way they are. They're perfect.
He's so stinking cute. He's just got these big old ears. He's like, what? Like he's just very attentive. So he's late 70s, early 1980s, probably Knickerbocker here. And it is the Animals of Distinction. So Animals of Distinction, it was the little series. All right, Lillian, I see you so much. Thank you so much. And at 16, we'll just wait another moment, but I'm pretty certain that he is going to a collector's home where he's going to be loved. And Basil, hello, friend. Hopefully you're hanging out with your mom, and it's good to see you, friend. Hopefully your mom takes some pictures and sends some in. So thank you so much. He's coming to you.
That's a great point, Patty. I am a big believer, and I've said it multiple times, that if you want to collect Roseville, you have to choose your pattern or patterns wisely because there are so many. But your point of that we all are collecting different patterns is great because it means we're not competing with one another. I love that.
True. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with Bill and myself for Marvelous Mother Tucker's Monday. We're happy Bill got his internet fixed. It was biting some, or actually he didn't have to get it fixed, that the internet company got it fixed. Karen G, thank you so much for always being so supportive and being our official mod and bid ender. Please, if you could put Gavin's link in there one more time for Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, please give him a follow. And of course, Kim, Desert Gal, thank you so much for being our backup mod and bid ender. Please put your links in and follow her. She is a seller over on Vamp. I was lurking this weekend and trying to maybe think about shopping, and she had lots of fun things listed. So head on over and support Vamp, and make sure you support Kim and shop with her a little bit. So Bill, what do you got coming up this week?
You'll see me all back here on Friday with the Valentinos. We'll be here at 8 o'clock, and we're doing a variety show. So sort of like what Jason and I do on Mondays, the other guys are going to bring their best. And, you know, if you're not as familiar with John and Brian as others of you are, they both have very unique points of view and great stuff. So it's going to be a good show. We're going to have a lot of different things.
They do. They do. We got a busy week going on here. So, of course, tonight, then Wednesday, we have Fantastic Finds, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're the place to be on Wednesday nights. Me and my vintage sister, the one, the only, Amy of Enamored Amy. Some of the things you see behind me will be available. I know Amy has a lot of kitsch. If you love Easter kitsch, if you love, you got to be there. And then remember, we always turn the channel over to you and we share your fantastic finds. So Amy, put your link in there, please, because if by some reason the 122 of you are not, make sure you are subscribed to Enamored Amy, because after the Wednesday night sale, then you can go over to her channel on Thursday at 8 p.m. She's having her second annual all handmade Easter spring handmade sale. So please head on over. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern over on Enamored Amy's channel. So hopefully she puts the link in. You guys can go over and there it is. You can hit the little notification bell. Go hang out with her on Thursday. She's kind of rocking the Thursday nights. So go see her on Thursday night. Then we will be back here on my channel for the Valentinos. Then the big surprise is Mother Tucker's got accepted into the Blitz. So we will be participating this Sunday night in the third Vamp Blitz. We got in just by the skin of our teeth. We will be in the I think it's the 7:30. So watch for promos. We will be on at 7:30. So we're going to try to cut our teeth for the Vamp sale. You'll see promos from me. So gosh, it'll be fun. So it's going to be a busy week for all of us. So please stay tuned, and we'll see where that goes. So I guess that's it, Bill. I guess it's a wrap. I guess we're all done.
It was a great night. I'm glad I got my internet back.
If you are not subscribed to my friend Bill, please do. He puts out all kinds of great content. I'm pretty sure here soon he's going to have plant talk and the plant sale live on his channel, and it'll be fun. And then make sure you're following him over on Instagram. He puts up, like, he just scored a whole bunch of Valentine's Day boxes. Like, you just pull them out of thin air. Like, you're performing magic up there in Jersey.
I was just driving to the store.
You were just driving to the store and a whole bunch of epic candy boxes fell into your seat. So I'm telling you, Bill, you're on to something. You should do that. Do your planter sale over here and talk about plants then. I'll hang out. I need to learn my plants if I'm going to sell them. I need to learn. So, all right, guys, have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Fantastic Finds with myself and Enamored Amy. So till then, have a good week, guys. We'll see you back here on my channel. Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night.